I've got to go to the bathroom now.
Yeah. Oh, don't ask. And I'm like, I don't know. And then yesterday I was running around trying to fit in guitar practice because I made a vow when I started playing 2 years ago. I would practice the guitar every day, no matter what, even if it was for 10 minutes. At some point in the day, I would pick up the guitar and practice. It's a discipline, Robin. You know this. And
Has it been 2 years?
2 years I've been playing, and you wouldn't know it from listening to me.
Now, I didn't say that for that reason.
I said that to my teacher. I go, when does it all like kick in and you get really good? Like, when does that happen? Do you have to wait like 10 years? Because I don't know that I have 10 years. Like, it's time. It's time for it all to make sense. So hard. I think like I could be in a band now if I was like the rhythm guitar player. I'm pretty adept, but my problem is I keep taking on more and more difficult tasks with the guitar. Like now I'm playing classical music. And even the teachers say to me, well, you know, Sunday should be your fun day. Just play for fun. And I went, it's never fun. It's not fun. I'm trying to get better at this. I don't have time for fun with this fucking thing. This thing's got to kick in. Don't ask.
And when it kicks in, what happens?
I don't know. There's a fantasy that something, I don't know. You know what? That's such a great question. And I love that I don't know the answer. Even my psychiatrist goes, what do you think's going to happen? Let's say you're the best. Let's say you're better than Jimi Hendrix. What do you think's going to happen?
Right. Yeah.
I go, I don't know. Everyone will love me. I don't know. I could play with Pearl Jam or something, like maybe get up on a stage and.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't even want to do that. You know what I want to do? You know what I said to my teacher? He played at his church. The other day, like his parents have a church and he goes and sometimes he'll volunteer and play. I said, if you could put a bag over my head, I'll go and play at the church.
Hey, you want to play at the church?
Yeah, I'm sure if they saw me there, the church would burn. You know, like people would start screaming, "Satan is here." I don't know what I don't know what the fantasy is, but I do really want to bond with the instrument and learn it well. And it's just hard. And then someone asked me to play a song and I can't because I'm like, oh, I'm too nervous. I don't, there's too much in it for me. Like I want to be so good. And then I choke, I'm like, oh, can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, young man, you're going to have to set some goals for yourself.
Yeah, I know. You sound like everyone else. I'm not setting any goals.
Why not?
I don't know. Everyone says you need to set goals.
That's how you would tell if you're moving toward...
Well, I have done that. In fact, I'll tell you what I do. I record myself, and then like a couple of weeks later, I record myself, and I hear improvement. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying some accomplishment, some, you've learned a few songs.
Yeah.
And one day you want to sit down and do 3 songs in a row, like a little medley of songs.
I've done all that. Nothing works with me. You know what it is? It's all making me miserable, and that's what I do for fun. I love misery. I've realized that. That's my goal, to be as miserable as possible. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm crazy, Robin. Come over here. I'm cuckoo.
I know. I keep waiting for torture. That day that you come in and say, I'm happy.
No,
I did
I'm gonna
blah,
crack.
blah, blah. And I'm happy.
No, I'm not.
And it's never happened in I don't know how many years this has been.
Next year it's going to happen. You'll see. It'll happen. It's so much wrapped up in like being good at something, and it's just that whole thing. I don't know. I'm driving myself nuts. But anyway, Jack Antonoff is coming and talk about an accomplished musician. This guy is unbelievable. That's why I asked him to come in. Not only, listen, he had one of the biggest hits in the history of music, We Are Young, but that was with his band Fun. No Fun. But when Fun...
What happened to Fun?
What happened, he claims, I'm gonna press him a little bit on this, because when he was claiming that he didn't want to be like 35 years old and still playing We Are Young. Because We Are Young, like, broke every record. He won, like,
Right.
Grammys. He won, like, Song of the Year, Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, blah, 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 blah. And I think it got in his head that, like, oh, my God, I don't want to be playing that when I'm 35. But I would say to him, the Stones didn't break up after Satisfaction, you know, or 19th Nervous Breakdown. They said, fuck it, let's make more songs. And then we won't have
the
to.
Who is still singing
Yeah.
18.
No, the Who didn't do 18. Alice Cooper did 18.
Who did Alice Cooper? He's still singing 18. What did the Who do?
Well, the Who, they had a million hits. No, that's a good
No,
point,
but it was
though.
something
the
about
Who, the Who,
an
you're
age,
thinking
certain
of the
age.
song.
Yeah.
You're thinking about the song where Roger Daltrey is stuttering.
My Generation.
Yeah.
My Generation.
My
And
Generation.
But they went on and made more hits. People said, put me down, talking about my gen. That's the one you're talking about. So that's the Who. Anyway. And the one by Alice Cooper you're talking about is I'm 18 and I'll do what I want. Great song. So, Jack Antonoff, I'll tell you how great this guy's life is. It's weird. Like, he says he wasn't popular in high school, but guess who his girlfriend was in high school? Just take a guess.
Who?
Scarlett Johansson.
What?
Yeah. I mean, not like he closed his eyes and made believe he was dating Scarlett Johansson. He was actually dating Scarlett Johansson in high school. What a life.
Okay.
And he had a record deal when he was in high school. I mean, what a life. Oh, I needed a record deal when I was in high school.
He
I was
should
such a
stop
dweeb.
telling people about his life because
Yeah.
that's disappointing, disheartening.
Yeah, but he's had a lot of sorrow, too. I won't get into it now, but he's had a lot of
Yeah.
heartbreak and sorrow. But meanwhile, he's also married to the hottest woman on the planet. Did you see the movie with Demi Moore where she...
Yeah. Where she's
What's the name of that movie?
trying to stay young.
Yeah, The Stuff or whatever it's called.
The Substance.
The Substance.
Wasn't
Very
that-
good.
Yeah.
Good. You got a good memory. Nothing wrong with your brain. The Substance. He's married to the Demi Moore who's young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking. I wouldn't know what to do with that situation. I guess he had good training because he dated Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
You
she
know.
got him ready for all of the other
Yeah,
beautiful
all the other hot
women
chicks. Yeah.
who came through his life.
Oh, if I could have dated Scarlett Johansson in high school. Oy vey.
Your whole trajectory would have been different.
He was in high school. He had a band called Steel Train. They got a record deal, and then he wrote a song about Scarlett. I shouldn't even be talking about this now. I should talk about it when he comes in.
When he gets here.
Yeah, but I'll play the song that was about Scarlett. I'd be writing songs about her, too.
Scars are in her name, and she scars me in blame. Hey, Scarlet, you're not the same.
I mean, the guy's had an incredible musical life, and he's hanging out at talking to Taylor Swift. They bond over some song, and then the next thing you know, he's producing her albums, and they're making hits. And he produced, what was that song of Taylor's that we used to play on the show all the time, too? I'll get to it when he gets here.
Yeah, you're walking down memory lane by yourself.
Yeah. I know. This is terrible. I shouldn't be doing this, but anyway, I'm excited. He's coming in with Bleachers, his band, and Bleachers is going to do a song from their new album.
So now is this new album going to stay, this new band going to stay together? Or
Not if they get real successful, he'll break that shit right up.
doesn't want to get stuck singing the same song.
I mean, they've had already a couple of number ones. I'm surprised he didn't bail on them. If I was in a band with Jack Antonoff, I'd pray to God that we didn't have a hit song so that he would stay with the band because he's
That's
kind
right,
of the
you gotta
glue.
keep striving for something.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I should have written a song in high school about me getting choked out for my pants. It would be called "I Got Choked Out for My Pants." Some guy wanted my pants and wanted to take them from me in English class. And even if I had dated Scarlett Johansson in high school, my song would have been "I Banged Scarlett Johansson." Be zero cleverness, and it probably would go nowhere. You know what I mean?
She would have been disgusted with the song.
Yeah.
Broke up.
She would have
with
broken up
you.
with me. Hey, Scarlett, I just want you to know, baby, I wrote a song about you. Okay, what's it called? I Banged Scarlett Johansson. You're out. I'm thinking of writing a song. Jack had a huge hit with We Are Young.
Yeah.
What do you think of this title? We Are Old. It's about me and my Metamucil and drinking hot water and no alcohol. I did a whole rant yesterday for my wife. I was talking about all the celebrities and some of them that we know who get facial surgery and they're trying to stay young and they're taking all these crazy fucking hormones and shit. And I said to my wife, and then they go out and get all this facial surgery and they drink like crazy and alcohol ages you beyond. And my wife goes, because it's fun. I go, I'm lecturing about, because, my wife will have a cocktail before dinner and stuff,
right.
and I don't partake, and I'm not fun. I'm not fun. My band would be, as I said earlier, no fun.
I know. I was watching Drew Barrymore talk to Anne, what's her name, in the
Anne
Devil Wears
Hathaway?
Prada.
Anne
Hathaway. And
Oh,
they
I
were
think
both
she's so
talking
hot.
about how, well, people just voted her the most beautiful woman in the world.
She kind of is.
And they were talking about how they're both sober. And Drew said, yeah, and I'm so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, me
because
too.
everybody else is, drinking their drinks and running
Yeah.
around laughing and giggling.
Anne Hathaway sober?
Yeah, she stopped
Wow.
7 years ago because she said
That's hot.
another personality came out. And
Yeah.
that personality was a troublemaker.
I wonder what that means. That sounds like some action went down in her bedroom.
Well, they were talking about how they had to wake up in the morning and try to piece together what had happened the night before.
Oh, that's so hot. I needed a girl like that. Super hot who couldn't remember what happened the night before. I think he was good in bed. Who knows? I forgot.
I think I was in bed with someone. I don't know who it was, but I think it was good.
I met Anne Hathaway a while ago at a party, and I did tell her what a fan I am. I like that movie she's in at the end where she gets hit by a car. It looks pretty realistic because she's like all bent backwards and shit. I forget the name
What
of the movie.
movie is
but
that?
yeah, it was like one of those kind of movies you don't like a romantic movie. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she said that she'd like wake up in the morning and then, oh, well, that's so fucking ridiculously
Yeah,
odd.
and
Look
she
like
tried,
that.
looking around, collecting evidence to see
Oh,
maybe
my
where
God.
she had been and
You know what that
happened
sounds
to her
like?
during the evening.
Sounds like she got drunk and ate some ass. Right? I think I have this funny taste in my mouth, like ass.
I am the ass eating queen.
All right, that's hot. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't like tequila. Why? Why does it have a funny effect on you? Yeah, it makes me eat ass. There's a real problem. Every time I drink tequila, my tongue, it tastes like shit. Well, honey, don't blame the tequila for that. Yeah. Wow. I got to see that interview. Sounds like an important interview.
Well, Anne put the best spin on it. She says, no. Things are better because you're different.
Mm. Yeah, I know. You know what my fun is now? Sleeping. Yeah. Anyway, Jack Antonoff will be here later. Mr. Announcer, who will be answering our phones today? Let me know, please.
Good morning, Howard.
Oh, hey,
you
Mr.
know
Announcer.
him as the guy who pisses off JD. It's John Blitt.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You want to speak to
maybe.
John? He'll be answering the phones. Mr. Announcer announcing that staff member John Blitt has been assigned to screen your calls today.
Oh, yeah. I'd be rock hard right now if I hadn't lost my genitals in that wheat thrasher accident.
You're a great announcer because you got jokes and everything. I'll tell you, I'm lucky to have you. Thank you for
Ooh,
that.
yummy.
Yeah, and you got the deep voice and everything, and we need that with
Yes.
it. I don't want an announcer
Fun
with
fact,
a wimpy voice.
I killed 27 men in Vietnam, not during the war, on a recent vacation.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Announcer announcing John Blitt as your call screener this morning, and everybody's pretty excited about that. Keep him busy. John Blitt went out on the street. Remember yesterday I said to you, what was the exact quote? Wait, let me pull it out.
you proposed
talk-
a lot of things you wanted asked.
Well, I was talking about my looks and how depressing it was that Ed Sullivan was a better looking guy than me, and I got into a real negative space about how I appear. And so yesterday I requested that, I really wish I hadn't done this. I requested that John Blitt go out on the street to ask women if they would rather date me or have pancreatic cancer. and sadly, it was way closer than it should be. It really is. It's really insulting.
Would you rather have pancreatic cancer or have sex with Howard Stern?
Oh, God. Geez, that's a hard one.
It's a tough one, right?
That shouldn't be hard. Pancreatic cancer will kill you rapidly. I mean, what? I think
Take
people
you
are
down to Chinatown.
Yeah, I think people would really have sex with me rather than have pancreatic cancer.
Absolutely.
But
I'm
according to
telling
this,
you,
no.
These people are abject liars.
Yeah, but don't you think even if you have to like pause and think about it, I've already lost the competition? Like it shouldn't even be that. It should just be, well, of course I
You
would
know
fucking...
what? They're thinking about what would my girlfriends think
Right. Yeah.
of my answer. That's the thing.
Everybody's funny.
It's either one of those,
Right.
actually. Oh, I don't know. Probably Howard Stern.
Really?
Yeah. I've had cancer. I don't want to go through that.
What if you could survive the cancer? You just have to go through chemo again.
Pancreatic cancer.
Really?
Yes, sorry, Howard Stern. Chemo and sex with Howard Stern are probably just as bad.
Sex with Howard Stern.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you die in like 21 days if you have pancreatic cancer. I'm fucking Howard Stern.
How about getting mauled by a dog or sex with Howard Stern?
Probably dog.
I mean, I won't die if I have sex with Howard Stern.
How about trampled by elephants?
I'd rather be trampled by elephants than have sex with Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Enough of that. Well, go out
These
today
are
and say, would
Thoughtless
you rather...
women.
Terrible women. I believe it was a fake. Today's question should be: would you rather be thrown off the Hoover Dam or meet Howard Stern, or just meet him? All right. How about this? Would you rather pour hot lava in your vagina or have sex with Howard Stern? I think hot lava is going to win.
No. There's
And
no
I'm telling
way.
you. I'm telling you. Anyway.
We'll
All right,
see.
so let's see how our friend did on the phones here. Let me pick up a couple of these calls because there's a lot of people waiting to talk to us. First of all, here's High Register Shawnee, and he's our buddy for a long time. Haven't heard from him in a while. As you know, High Register Shawnee. Hey, buddy. High Register Shawnee has a little bit difficulty with speech. He's got a bit of a stutter, but he's got a lot of information about conspiracies, and he says he's onto a whole new conspiracy that he wants to warn our audience that there's been a fake that has occurred, and he wants to tell our audience. Go ahead, High Register Shawnee.
Okay.
Yes. Howard, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
I do want to say too. I know you said you're afraid to play your songs in front of people.
Yes.
I used to sing in a band, and I did stand up. And like once you get that first song done, or even just like halfway through the song, once you start, it's really not that bad. It'll improve a lot. Just
Yeah,
some
I should maybe when Jack Antonoff is in here, he's a top producer of music in addition to having his own band. Maybe I should drop a hint that I've written a song and he needs to produce it. What do you think, Robin?
You could do that.
What you are going to say, I got it. Somewhere in the conversation,
I got sidetracked.
I'm going to go, Jack, I wasn't trying to insult you because Andrew Watt wants to produce my music, but I probably should have given you an opportunity to get in there and sort of produce my music as well. You know, something like that. That might work.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that. High Register Shawnee, I don't mean to rush you, but you've uncovered a fake, you say, something that's fake and bullshit. Would you just tell us what it is?
You've seen all the hype surrounding the Artemis 2 moon trip that they took.
Wolfie, what's this
fraudulent-
about? Why are you laughing? Do you know anything about this? You cover High Register Shawnee. What do you want to say?
Yeah, Sean explained to me that this Artemis moon mission is a complete fake. According to him, there was actually a zip line, and the astronauts rode a zip line out of the rocket before it took off into space. But he can probably elaborate a little bit more.
Yeah, but we don't have all day. I mean, I got other stuff to get to. Yeah. But that's interesting, Shawnee. You think, I know you really believe this, so I'm not gonna bust your balls. But I don't think everything
does he have any proof? Does he have pictures of the zip line?
Yes, there's film of it as the rocket's taking off. You can see there's a pod that slides away from the rockets itself. There's many green screen malfunctions and inconsistencies where they're drinking water in space and it's in little blobs. And then there's one scene where there's a glass of it on the counter and it doesn't float away. And it's
Hey, Shawnee.
serious. Yes.
Have
yes.
you heard that this guy on our show, High Register John, he's claiming you're a fake, believe it or not.
I hate him.
I know. Listen to this. Is this High Register John?
Howard, are you there?
What evidence do you have that Sean is a fake, that he's not even real?
Well, the thing is, Howard, you only hear from this guy once every 6 months.
All right, so you say he's a fake. I don't believe you. I'm not putting up with this, Sean. Forget it.
Yeah,
I believe you're real. I believe you're real. Hey, Wolfie, when you went to High Register Shawnee's house, you said the house is small, but that he built a bunker for when the apocalypse happens, and you said the bunker is bigger than his whole house.
Yeah, so I haven't been to this new house, but like when you go to a real estate agent, maybe you say like I want a swimming pool. Sean looked for a home that had a bunker under it that's actually bigger than the actual house that he lives in.
Were you shocked by that? Because you'd think, the odds of the apocalypse happening are pretty slim. You'd think while he's alive.
Watched the news?
I do. What evidence do you have of the apocalypse?
Oh my goodness! If you can honestly say that with the wars and all the violent crimes taking to the streets. I mean,
well, Sean, I was going to say to you when Wolfie told me about your home, I said to myself, it's so sad in a way. All that space is being saved for the apocalypse. It would be great if you could live in the bigger part of the house and enjoy it with your family. You know what I mean? You're waiting for this event to happen, and then you're going to enjoy your space. You know what I mean, Wolfie? Were you shocked by this when you saw? Did you ever say to Sean, use your house for God's sakes here?
No, I never tell people like stuff like that. No,
you're a reporter.
I encourage this sort of thing. Like Sean explained to me, he has a pallet full of tampons in his bunker. A pallet. Like think about how many tampons that is.
What do you mean a pallet? What is the pallet of tampons for, Shawnee?
Well, okay. So tampons have several uses. Most of them all for absorbing blood, but
your wife must have a heavy flow if you're preparing her for the apocalypse with multiple tampon pallets.
Well,
what do you mean a pallet, Wolfie? Wolfie, what do you mean a pallet? Like, you mean different size tampons?
No, like basically like a giant like crate of tampons. Like he's enough tampons for 30 years. He's that many.
Is that because he
tampons
has daughters or something? I mean, what's going on here?
He uses them. He says that they're great for wounds. So like if the apocalypse happens and he gets stabbed, he would plug a tampon into the wound and that would save his life.
Oh, I see. So it's not for anybody bleeding from their period. It's more.
No,
it's more
both.
for
it's both.
Knife wounds.
No. It's all of it, Howard. They're very.
It almost
professional.
sounded like the Tarzan yell. Oh.
And
What
Sean
kind of
has
food? Hey, Shawnee, what kind of food you have in that bunker?
Oh, well, lots of rice and beans because they're dried out. And if they're stored correctly, I mean,
Yeah, I like that.
They can last for like.
I
20
like
to
rice and
30
beans.
30 years. Yeah, rice and beans.
That's actually a good choice. Go ahead, Wolfie.
He is canned butter and canned bacon. I didn't even know you could get butter and bacon in cans, but Sean has it.
Would you eat like bacon that's been around for 20 years? I mean, that can't be good for you. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not good for you to begin with, but I mean, what the hell are they putting in there to preserve bacon for 20 fucking years? I mean, in a can, it's not even refrigerated.
I don't know.
I'd rather be dead than go through the apocalypse eating canned bacon.
So you're going to say no
tried
to
it,
all
it's
the
not
food
bad.
that they
Yeah.
offer you?
Yeah, I'm going to go, you know what? This isn't healthy. I'll go with everybody else. First of all, Shawnee, what makes you think you're going to survive this apocalypse? You
Well,
know,
it depends on what it is. I mean, if a nuke blows up in Boston, I'm pretty well done. But
meanwhile, I
mean-
can't laugh at Shawnee entirely because during COVID I got nuts, and I was pretty sure I sort of got into the Shawnee mentality, and I started buying up Army surplus dried foods.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had like
You had like food buckets? You bought buckets?
I bought the buckets, and then
Oh, no.
I had a friend in the FBI who got me a connection to this guy who got me like actual military, like I don't know what, like I don't know if it's like military grade or whatever. Holy shit! I tasted some of this shit. It's like the worst crap you could ever eat, but it's technically food and would keep you alive. And I'm like, I said to my wife, I'm stocking up. This is it. I go, this is it. I got to be prepared because I think there's not going to be any food. I started to get crazy from the isolation and the COVID and thinking this is it and we're never going to be able to get any food. So I had a couple of buddies move in all the. I'm telling you, we had truckloads of fucking this dry buckets and all this shit they sell like on TV with the evangelists sell. All the dry buckets, everything.
Well, this is what
So
Sean
about a year ago, my wife made me throw it all out. I mean, it was just like it was ridiculous.
You should have told me.
Now, some of it does expire, I mean, as you might know.
You got to rotate your stock.
Howard, Sean told me in 2012, he got like so nuts with this stuff. He had so much like supplies built up that he wouldn't leave the house because he wouldn't be there to defend it if the house got attacked. So he was like Howard Hughes. He could not leave his house because of all of his supplies.
Yeah. And then imagine, I told you my plan for the apocalypse is to just, Wolfie and I are just going, Wolfie's going to give me high register Sean's address. I'm just going to go over there and take all his shit. Let him do all the work. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I'm coming over there. I'm going to take all your rice and beans and your tampons. Yeah, and the bacon. How many cans of bacon are down there?
Geez. I mean, at least like the 30 cans of it.
Honey,
What?
It's day 57 of the apocalypse. Any bacon left? Yeah, it sure is.
You throw a can of that in with some rice and beans, you got yourself a meal.
No, that's true. I'm a big rice and beans guy. What'd you say, Wolfie?
Sean bought his own dental tools and like suture kits. So like, if he gets injured, he's gonna repair himself.
Shawnee, answer the question honestly. Shawnee, answer the question honestly. Are you going to be really, let's say it's the end of your life and you're laying on your deathbed, are you going to be really bummed out that you never had an apocalypse and you never got to use any of your equipment?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right.
Not at all. It's just like insurance. It's like you're buying insurance against the end of times.
Do you have
fine.
any medical
I'm-
training, or are you just going to like kind of wing it? Like, if you
He's
know,
going to read a couple of books.
yeah.
I have a lot of books at home. That's another thing you need to stockpile is books on, on wound care, on foraging for food. I mean, there's all
Have you
kinds of,
stockpiled? Have you stockpiled weapons and ammo?
I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, I got into all that for a while too. I was stockpiling.
Yeah,
I'm a weapons guy, and
yeah. There's some cool. There's some really cool stuff out there.
How much
Yeah.
toilet paper do you have?
that's a better. You know what? You can't wipe your ass with a gun in the
That is
apocalypse.
true.
Yeah,
I just say I've got plenty.
yeah. I'm out of the weapons game now. I don't want anything to do with it. It's ridiculous. It's too much. It's stress, actually.
I want to
how
see
is
this
it
bunker. I want to go in this bunker, Howard.
I thought you were in his bunker.
Which
Not this.
bunker?
No, this. So remember, his old house had dogmen. He had to move away
Yeah.
from that house.
Oh,
So
I
he
didn't
got
know that.
He got a new place. So
He had to move
Yeah,
away
that-
because the dog men were in the woods behind his house.
That's you want to talk stressful. That's stressful.
When you sold your house, did you mention to the real estate people or any of the people who bought it that there were dog men living in the woods?
They didn't ask, so
Right. Don't ask, don't tell.
he said he was
Yeah.
nervous living in that home because of the dogmen. Like that was like giving him anxiety.
The
Oh,
new
my God.
house. The new house. And by the way, the dog men were created by just for people who are new to our show. There's always people tuning in. The dog men, according to Shawnee, were developed by the military. They're half dog, half man. And they were supposed to be weapons for the military. And somehow they ended up behind Shawnee's house in the woods. And Shawnee was pretty nervous about him. He was afraid for his family, so he had to sell his home. So you could see that this is quite expensive. I register Shawnee must have a high-paying job because he's spying and selling real estate. Dog men are attacking. He's got bunkers. He's got weapons. He's got food.
You
I mean,
think
this is
a woman would get tired of this? One minute she's got buckets of food coming into the house, weapons.
You want to know something, Robin? You've never been in a relationship with a man really protected you. Shawnee's a real man. He's
yeah,
ready. He's got.
yeah,
You will never want for a tampon when you're going out with Shawnee. Hey, Shawnee, you got a tampon? Honey, let me show you my palette of my tampons.
Tampons
Would you
will be
prefer
worth more than
Kotex
gold.
or what?
Tampons will be worth more than gold in the apocalypse.
Shawnee, when you bought your new house, and it's a considerable amount of money when you have to sell and buy and everything, and get a mortgage. Did
yeah.
you?
May I ask that this is out of control with home prices.
Let me ask you something. So when you bought the new house, did you ask the guy who was selling you the house if they had any dog men in the backyard?
I did a full investigation before.
Can you imagine? Imagine this
before I
guy
bought.
selling his house, and like Shawnee walks in. He has an unusual speech pattern, and he goes, "Excuse me." Like, is there any dog men? And the guy's like, "What? No, sir. Are you willing to sign a statement that there are no dog men?" Absolutely. And give
He's
me my
looking for-
fucking money.
He's looking for dogman droppings in the backyard.
Yeah. It's like half of the bowel movement is the size of what a dog makes, and the rest is like a human dog shit. It's like, do dog men have special droppings, or is it sort of human looking?
They look like Coyote's shit, but like 5 times as big.
Can you imagine the
There's
guy
like
who
lots
was
of hair. There's like hair and bones and stuff in it.
Yeah, because they probably have a lot of hair around their taint. Those dog men now.
But what about the bones?
Well, also they
There's
they
bones
eat
in
meat,
the-
so they eat small animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where the bones are.
And Howard, he's an
Yeah.
expert on this stuff. Like his goal is to someday find Bigfoot.
There's no such thing as an expert on this
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, you're saying
What
he's
are
an
you
ex.
talking
It's like when someone says they're an expert on religion. We're like, well, it's kind of made up, dude. You're wasting your time. I mean, it's sad that Shawnee's a smart guy and obviously makes a good living, but I mean, can you imagine the look on the guy's face who was selling the house to Shawnee when he said, do you have a dog, man?
I did back around 2012. I did go to therapy.
Did you meet
calm
Shawnee's
myself
wife,
down.
or was she off limits to you when you interviewed them?
Sean, are you? Is it okay talking about your relationship status?
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
So he did get divorced.
I didn't know that.
From the first wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would any woman leave you? You're such a good provider. You have rice and beans in the basement. You have canned bacon. You got a pallet of tampons. You're protecting the house.
I filed for the divorce.
Why, you had lack of sex? Oh, yeah? Lack of sex?
Well, there was a lack of a lot, but it was I couldn't take it. She wasn't taking me seriously enough.
Yeah, she didn't take you seriously. It almost writes itself.
Well, I think it's a lot though, because like Sean was telling me again, like chemtrails, like all this stuff is on his mind. He's looking up, he sees the smoke coming out of airplanes, and then he like gets worried about it, and like the government's taking over. It's just constantly issues.
And what do you do, Wolfie? Like it's hard to sit and listen to Shawnee just because it's difficult to sort of understand what he's talking about. Do you just sit there quietly and just take notes? You know what I mean? Like it must take hours to get all this information.
Howard, I talked to Bigfoot and Jeff the Vomit guy. Sean's rational compared to the other people that I speak with.
See?
When you were getting a divorce, Shawnee, because if I was divorcing you and I was your wife, I'd be like, hey, Your Honor, every minute he's talking about dog men in our backyard and he wants us to move. Like, did she bring up the dog men as like a reason, why she's entitled to more? No.
No. And
was she a believer?
She didn't ask for any of the stored foods or anything either.
Nice. Yeah, she kind of had it with that stored food. That was nice of her to leave you all your stored food. I got to say, she's a good woman. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. So I love High Register Shawnee. I love when he says Massachusetts. Quite frankly, he sounds like a choo-choo train. But Shawnee, do you mind saying Massachusetts?
Massachusetts.
All aboard. Anyway,
my new wife is she's great. Very understanding of me and all my.
Well, you're a nice guy. Look, Shawnee. At the end of the day, what does a woman want in a marriage? A man who's ready to protect. A man who, who in the apocalypse is prepared.
He's a provider.
He's
a nurturer. He's a protector.
Exactly. Protector. He's got the weapons. He's got the tampons. He's got the beans. He's got the rice. He's got the fucking bacon. He's got it all, man. I'll tell you what. If a dogman tries to get into one of those houses of his, that dogman's going to meet the end of a shotgun.
He's not going to like it.
Yeah, he's going to get his dog head blown off.
Dog balls.
Yeah.
You haven't had to shoot one yet, have you, Shawnee?
No, I haven't.
No.
Right.
Thank God.
And my preferred first house, I had a night where I thought I might, but then it subsided, and I didn't need to.
How much in the new house? You said you almost had to kill a dog, man.
No. The old house. The old house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. You imagine he goes to the old house and the dogmen all file, gets a new home, moves his beans, moves his fucking bacon, his guns, his ammo, everything. Everything's in there now. He's all set up. Goes out at night for maybe have a drink on his porch. A fucking dog. The dogmen, you're like, woof, woof. We fucking followed you here, asshole. Hey, hold on. The dog man is here. Hi, sir.
No.
Yeah, no, he's here.
Howard, fucking happy we got rid of this asshole. He was bringing down property values.
Well, you know what? Stay away from High Register Shawnee. He's my friend, and he doesn't want to. He had to sell his house because of you fucking asshole dog men.
Sean,
yeah, correct. I should sue him.
Can I get your ex-wife's number?
Easy boy, down boy, down.
Fuck you, Sean.
All right. Thank you, dog man.
Get out. Get out.
Get out. Out, dog man.
You wonder how Sean dates and finds a new woman.
You know what? I'm going to tell you about Sean, and I'm going to say this with the utmost respect. I know guys who are, they don't talk like Sean. They can't get laid. Sean had no problem. Got a divorce? How long did it take you, Shawnee, to find yourself a woman?
It was 8 months.
8 months. In 8 months, you managed to move, get rid of your bad marriage, and find yourself a new hot wife. Look at you. And
how soon into the relationship do you introduce the bunker? Because that's got to be an interesting part of the conversation.
I bet you when he meets them, he puts it right out there out front and says, I hope you don't think Artemis was real. Do you start putting it out there right away?
Well, yeah. I mean, in a comical way to start with, and then as the bond grows, you start to peel back a little bit of the curtain and show that because when
she's
when
on board, Shawnee. She's on board with all your conspiracy theories. Like when you say Artemis was fake, she's kind of like, "That's right, Shawnee."
Well, I'll show her stuff, and at first she's like, "Oh my god," and then I tend to run a little too long with it, and then she's like, "Okay, enough tonight, enough. I can't deal with any more of it tonight."
You know what? Shawnee is a smart guy, and I'll tell you why. And what he's describing for people listening, and a lot of people are lonely and they want to meet people. Shawnee's describing that when he meets a woman, he reveals the crazy slowly. He doesn't just come out with it right away. He kind of jokes around. Like, hey, isn't that funny? The moon landing. That must be fake. Yeah, they shot around the moon like a rubber band. Yeah, I was just reading about dogmen. I wonder if it's real. Then he gauges what she's, and he's got a woman here sleeping with him. He doesn't want to blow it. And then, I don't know. And then I guess that's how it works, right, Shawnee? When you say you introduce it slowly, all the crazy stuff?
Yeah. You gotta make it fun at first. You're having a good time. You're having a few laughs. Maybe smoking some weed, and you get into some weird shit. That's how you go.
Okay,
weed.
now
You
it's
know what I'm
making
saying?
sense.
You know what? This guy has crazy weed. Last night I was with him and we were smoking, and I hallucinated that he said there were dogmen in the backyard of his old house. It was the craziest thing.
Stuff.
That's some good weed. And then she's like, you didn't really say that, did you? No way. Of course, that's the weed.
No.
By the way, Sean's new wife
Yeah.
is here. She wants to say hi to the fans and introduce
That's not
herself.
true.
Hi,
Shawnee.
honey.
Yeah. Hi, sweetie. I just want to say I told you to take out the
You're starting to talk like Sean. I mean,
It's
you've been
okay.
around
I
him.
don't see it. I really don't see it. Sweetie, can you please get a job?
He's got a job. All right, go away. Thank you. We're in the middle of a serious
get out.
conversation. Get out.
Out of here.
Get
Don't
out.
live with the dog men. Men are talking. Oh, my God.
That's insulting.
It's too much, Sean. Sean, you got the craziest life, man. But you're all set. He's all prepared, right, Wolfie? Are you going to go to the new house, Wolfie, or are you going to stay away?
I'd like to see it. I just think Sean's going to be laughing at the rest of us. If something does go down, he's going to be all set, and we're going to be struggling.
No, he's not. He's going to realize he wasted his time because I'm going to take all his stuff.
Is he finished building?
What's that, Robin?
Is he finished building?
Building? He ain't building
the
nothing.
bunker and the
Oh, yeah, that's
the
all set.
house on-
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. He's prepared.
Like I said, you always have to rotate your stock. So, I'm always putting new stuff in and using up the old to try to keep
Is
it
it
as
really-
fresh as I can.
Is it really a bunker or like could it withstand a bombing or is it just like a basement type of situation?
I don't want to divulge too much, but I mean, it could definitely it'll definitely take a I mean, if a bomb dropped on top of it, depending on what bomb, I mean, probably not, but it'll definitely take fire like up to like a 50 cal.
I mean, my basement
You're
would
not so
take.
safe there.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he thinks he. You think the apocalypse is going to be a 50 cal? I mean, you're talking. I'm talking about how far down in the ground is it? You need a real bunker. This thing is not going to protect you. You need something that will stand a bomb.
I'm good, buddy. Don't you sweat it.
Let me ask
Can
you, when
you
you bought
see the bunker from the ground?
There's an above ground portion of it that can be seen in the backyard, but it doesn't look like a bunker.
I'm concerned. Does it have a pizza oven?
No pizza oven, no espresso machine.
All right, take it easy.
Nothing.
Was it a tough crush?
Regular stuff.
Did the previous owner of your house have a bunker? Like, was he crazy too? Like, because he had to have had a bunker.
He definitely was. He was a little bit of a lunatic. And then, I don't want to get into too much about it, but yeah, he was off.
He was prepared like you.
How thick are those walls?
How thick are my walls?
Yeah.
Oh no, Shawnee, I have bad news. Dog man is banging on my door here. He wants to get back on. These are the dog men that lived in Shawnee's old neighborhood.
How to build a bunker.
Hey, dog man, I told you to split.
Howard, I'm at Sean's new house and I'm fucking his wife.
Oh, get out of here.
Eat my dog ass.
Oh, come on now. Come on. That's not funny. That's,
take my big red dog.
That's
Get rid of
outrageous.
him.
Yeah, I got
Get
rid of
rid
him,
of him.
Shawnee. That's not funny. Dog man claiming to be with
She's
your
at
wife
work.
while you're... She's at work, dog man.
I don't think that was real. I don't think
it was real, Shawnee. That wasn't the real dog man.
All right. Thank you.
That was a fake. That was a fake dog man and a fake wife.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, anyway. Who knows?
I hope so.
Anyway, so high register
But,
Shawnee hadn't heard from him in a while, but here's the good news: Wolfie's on
He's
top of the
still
situation.
around. He's
Still
remarried.
around. He's all set in case. I've known Shawnee a long time, and he's always prepared for the apocalypse. How many years now you've been preparing for this apocalypse? I'd say over 25 that I know you.
Yeah, I mean, middle 2000, so like 2006 or so. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been like 20 years. Yeah.
2006, Shawnee's been waiting for the
And
apocalypse.
when can we expect the apocalypse, Sean? So we know.
Robin, like I said before, I hope it never comes. I really do. I'm not trying to show off my goods here. It's insurance. That's all I can say.
Well, Shawnee, hey, by the way, I'm not going to say the name, but I know there was a time years ago, there was a celebrity name. If I said it, you would hang up. I'm not going to say
Howard.
it.
Don't
I'm not
say
gonna.
it.
I'm not gonna.
Don't.
But
Still,
Sean, are you
you
still
can't say it?
still afraid of this celebrity, or have you gone past that?
The 5th.
You plead the fifth. What was it again? He was afraid that this celebrity was a shapeshifter. Do I have that right, Wolfie?
Yeah, and he doesn't want to get on this celebrity's radar in any way. So even the mention of it will cause him
I'm
to
not going to
hang up.
mention the name out of respect for Shawnee. I know how it makes him nuts. I don't want him to hang up angry. But I was curious
All right,
because Shawnee is
can
such
we
an...
move on?
Oh, really? Even just discussing the topic of being afraid of
this
a
is-
celebrity.
It's all good. What else?
Yeah, don't even rhyme the name. Don't.
No. I'm not going to do that to Shawnee. I know what he's saying. Can you talk about the subject of shape-shifting, that there are people here on the planet who have the ability to shape-shift and they're our enemy? Can you talk a little bit about that, or are you uncomfortable even mentioning that?
basically they're demons that can morph their appearances, and I really don't want to discuss any more about that. But
yeah, well, I'm warning my audience because you have information. What Shawnee
he
is
is
saying.
safe. What is he safe?
Are you safe, Shawnee? Is what I'm saying, or is this celebrity on your? Is he aware of you, or are you just like not? You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about any of it. So
I see. I hope he doesn't like canned bacon. I'll tell you that. Is there a way for the rest of us to recognize someone who is a shapeshifter? That's a fair question.
That is a good question, and there can be glitches when they're lacking. They slip. They lack.
You see, Robin, they could be. What Shawnee is saying is there could be glitches, and that's when you catch them shape-shifting. And this is a serious thing with Sean. You know, Sean, in a way, I'm jealous. You have such a rich life, a fantasy world. You know what I mean? You know.
And you're always getting ready for something.
Yeah. I mean, you're never bored. Am I correct? That's what I'm jealous of. Right.
Yeah. It's like a hobby.
You know, I started to think Oprah was a shapeshifter because she got so thin. But then I learned it was Ozempic. You know?
Yeah.
But I almost got full.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. People are losing weight now and they look like shapeshifters because they're like, oh my God, look at Oprah being all sexy.
Well, John Goodman too.
Who? Nicole Kidman?
John Goodman.
Oh, John Goodman. No, John Goodman lost weight the old-fashioned way.
Oh, I thought he was on Ozempic as well.
I don't think so. I think he lost it before the Ozempic thing. But anyway, High Register Shawnee. Everybody loves High Register Shawnee. They love his preparedness.
Yeah, and please don't forget about the Epstein files.
Do you know anything about the Epstein? Well, you know what? You better be careful with that one, too.
Yeah.
You better be careful. If I was you, call me back from the bunker, just in case.
Pizzagate was proven to be true.
No, it wasn't. Pizzagate.
Yeah.
They went. All right, listen, Shawnee.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too, man. Be safe out there. And remember, if anything bad happens, I'm going to take all your stuff.
Well,
Howard's coming in with a tank.
It's going to be
I'm coming in with my tank. I have a fucking tank. People say, how do I prepare for the apocalypse? Wolfie's right. He told my secret. I have a big tank, military grade. And I'm going to just go to the house, and I'm going to take everyone who has a bunker, and I'm going to take all their stuff. And they're going to be pissed. You'll see. You have nothing to fight against a tank.
Sure about that?
And I might bring a certain celebrity with me who can shapeshift, and he will get in there. Don't worry about it.
All right. Hey, have a good one, guys.
All right, Shawnee. Oh, he hung up. I shouldn't have said that last thing.
Yeah, you pushed it too far.
Too far, yeah. He's a trip, man. You got to go back. I think it's time for another visit.
Some things never change. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll get in there. I'm dying to see this place.
Yeah. Shawnee's the man, huh? With that bunker. Crazy.
It's just constant, like every situation, like he must be doing research all night long. He knows about everything.
Matt, but it's all nonsense.
Every imaginary thing.
Yeah. Like it's, but that's easy. You can just make stuff up. The Artemis is a fake, and he knows.
A zip line.
I don't know, man. It's all weird. But he's kind of got kind of a fun life, you know, in a way. I just can't believe. Yeah, he keeps him busy. And meanwhile, with all that nonsense, he's getting laid.
Yeah.
I know a lot of good-looking guys out there who can't get laid are really pissed. I bet you his wife's hot. She's probably like, you know what?
Pictures.
You know what? She's probably like, I'm tired of dating these boring-ass men. This guy's got something going on every minute. He never says to me he's bored. And I bet
Maybe
you Shawnee
JD needs a bunker.
Yeah, I mean, like, JD's lonely. I mean, if Shawnee can find a woman, JD should be able to get somebody.
He should be
Seriously.
hanging out with Shawnee.
Yeah. He's hanging out with the wrong. He's hanging out with Jason and Will, John Hine. They're not getting him laid.
Nope.
No. Oh yeah. Here's a song. This is an old one. Eli Braden did it. High Register Sean singing about Shawnee's dogmen back when he lived in the other place, and every minute he was calling us because there were dogmen in his backyard.
There's a dog man in High Register's backyard.
There's one in my yard.
He's a government created super soldier, and he barks.
Dogmen don't bark.
Dog man, and he's shitting on the lawn.
They howl and growl.
No one else has ever seen him except the people on the Dogman podcast. NASA faked the moon landing. Sandy Hook was a false flag. Hillary's a lizard and the earth is flat.
You can't trust the fact that the mainstream news is going to tell you everything you need to know.
He still believes in Pizzagate. Like that was
Oh,
debunked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Man never went to the moon. He doesn't believe in any of that stuff.
No.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why? Well, I love what he picks on. You know what I mean? Wonder what his take on the Epstein files were. I just wonder what's going on there. I don't think you need a conspiracy theory for that. I think it's, I think that's a real thing. I mean, that actually is a thing. But why quibble?
Yep.
Yeah. You got to go back up there. I think that'll be really good.
I can do it.
Up there. Where is he? He's up in Boston?
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Well, Massachusetts, not Boston. Massachusetts.
It took him 30 seconds to say Massachusetts.
It's like Robert Plant. Love that guy. I want to thank our dear friends at Hyundai. Now, there's something you can believe in, the Hyundai. The all-new Hyundai Palisade, beautiful, beautiful car. It's a hybrid. And I'll bet you High Register Shawnee believes in hybrids because he knows what the price of gasoline is.
We should have asked because he needs that mileage.
He
He's got
sure
a lot of
does.
stuff to move.
Yeah, a lot of canned beans and rice and bacon. Thank you, Hyundai. The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how to make it every day. And tampon. You need a... By the way, the Hyundai is very roomy. You can fit all your boxes of tampons in there. Go to HyundaiUSA.com and just see how epic that car is. I do want to thank our friends at ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is leading the charge in making sure you get good employees, people who really match your mindset. There is nothing on this planet more frightening than hiring a nutcase. I'm telling you, you will not be pleased. You will. Everyone around you will be miserable, and it will be insane. Trust me. If you've got a job opening, take it from ZipRecruiter. You want a candidate who's a passionate person, passionate about their job, passionate about their role, and is also, high quality, if you get my drift. You do not want to hire somebody who is not high quality. You want to get insight from a resume. ZipRecruiter is doing this work for you. And you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/100. I don't care what the position is. ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly lets you see the most interested qualified candidates first, so you meet the right people faster. ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology connects you with qualified candidates who can tell you in their own words why they're interested in your job. Find candidates who really want your job on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter says that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/100. ZipRecruiter.com/100. Meet your perfect match on ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Nikki Glazer. My new stand-up special, Good Girl, is now streaming on Hulu.
Every single woman loves Good Girl. And guys don't want to say it because they're like, it sounds like I'm her dad. And it's like, exactly. Okay, just be my dad. At Starbucks, this girl came up to me and she was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Aware there's a Band-Aid in your hair?"
Don't miss Good Girl, now streaming on Hulu. Terms apply.
Guys, if you want the greatest night of your life, I mean your best night ever, then you gotta hear this. There's a great ED pill out, and it's from the makers of Viagra. It's their ED pill called Viagra AGV, and it's unbelievable. It works super fast in as little as 12 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Plus, it's FDA approved and safe. You need to try it for yourself. It's unreal what it does to you. Viagra AGV crushes every other ED pill, and it's endorsed by the head of urology at the prestigious Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Beverly Hills, Dr. Dudley Danoff. Every man alive needs to try this amazing, remarkable Viagra AGV pill at least once. It's beyond belief. Then you'll know why men are going crazy over it. So if you want to have the most incredible night of your life, you can't miss this. Go to scoreblue.com and try it while supplies last. Go to scoreblue.com, scoreblue.com. That's scoreblue.com. Viagra AGV is available only at scoreblue.com by prescription, no doctor visit.
Looking for a little extra fun? Chumba Casino lets you play for free with daily login rewards and a cheeky little welcome bonus when you sign up. Explore hundreds of online social casino games and jump in whenever it works for you. No routines, no pressure, just entertainment on your terms. That's Chumba. Only available in permitted states. No purchase necessary. See terms and conditions for details. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. He was in great health. Was out of nowhere. Had a stroke. And super hard, obviously, for the whole family. But my dad had life insurance. So even after he passed away, he was still able to provide for my mom. And of course, by extension, my brother and I. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com. Because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test. Just a few health questions. 10 minutes. You're covered. Your family is covered. You can get $2 million in coverage for $2 a day. That's a 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. We don't like to talk about death in our culture, but everyone's going to die. You are going to die. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/free. Rates may vary, billed monthly. ethos.com/free.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
833-833-833 Stern Show.
A safety tip from Bobo.
Now, Bobo here with another safety tip. Be on the alert and check for creeps at the fuel pumps. There are rapists out there, carjackers, okay? Thieves, all waiting for you to come, especially to these filling stations. Go to during the day and get your gas. I hope you enjoy my safety tips. Drive safe out there. Bobo out.
The Howard Stern Show.
Stern Show correspondent Wolfie cleans porta potties with a seasoned pro.
All right, Peter, I'm lowering this in. I'm going to start sucking up some shit.
Yep, let's submerge it into the shit.
Oh my God, it's fucking awful.
All right.
Dude, it's really fucking sucking.
Bro,
oh.
It smells so bad.
Oh. All right, I just sucked up all the shit in the toilet.
So now we got to suck up the vomit.
It looks like chicken pot pie, like turkey. I don't know what the hell that meat is.
Yeah.
Are you dry heaving?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. Damn, dude. This is...
Oh, it's going airborne. It's airborne.
Oh, God, I can fucking puke.
Didn't even understand. He was watching a card break for his baseball card, or sports cards, he calls them. And JD, refresh my memory. What was that? The guys were all goofing on you about. I guess he was here at work watching a card break, which I still don't know. And then JD was explaining to me that he just spent $300 on this card break. I said, JD, you're a grown. I understand little kids collecting baseball cards like when they're 5 or 7 or something. I said, dude, you got to get out of this. $300 on card break. $300 should go in the bank. Anyway, you said to me they were very exciting, but you had a fear of missing out. That like maybe you, if you God forbid are not in the card break, you might not get the cards.
I bought into the hype, literally, and I didn't get that grade of cards. And that's
where do you get the cards from? Do you send away for them?
No, you buy into the break, and then the people.
What is? I don't understand what the break. What do you mean you buy into the break?
So, say someone has a box of cards. Okay, one box of cards.
Who's the someone? Who's the guy? Who has
there's a bunch of different people that do.
So in
this.
other words, some guy you watch on the internet says, "Hey, I'm going to buy a bunch of cards
or card shops." Card shops.
Oh, card shop.
Yeah,
and then he says, "Hey, if anybody wants to invest in the card break." I don't really. I'm being serious. I don't understand how it all works.
Yeah, no. So the shop buys the box of cards.
How do you know the shop? How are you aware of the shop?
Well, this shop. I mean, I don't know if I want to plug them, but Leighton down in Florida, I happened upon him on Twitch one night. This is during COVID. This is back in 2020. I happened upon.
You were on Twitch and you saw this card shop.
Yeah, and they were opening packs of cards, and I was fascinated by what was going on. And then I learned about cards.
So some guy in Florida is opening up packs of cards that he bought, and he's saying, "Hey, if anybody wants to go in with me, I'm buying these cards."
Whoever people can buy the teams within, say it's NFL, you can buy each team and say, I bought the Bengals, so I would get whatever Bengals cards come out of that box.
Oh, I see. So when the other night when you paid $300,
yes,
you sent it to the guy, let's say down in Florida or one of these guys.
Yeah.
You sent him $300, and you had the Bengals because you love the Bengals, and you want all their cards.
Yeah.
You want to. I'm sorry, I mean to laugh.
You can laugh on it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I keep saying no. He should be lying down while he's saying these things.
How many? So it was exciting because you were watching the guy, let's say in Florida, opening up his card pack, and you owned all the Bengals cards. And if there's 0 Bengals or
shit out of luck,
shit out of luck.
Yeah.
How many Bengals did you get on the card break?
I did not get that many. It was
how many?
I don't know. It was probably 10 to 12. It wasn't that many. And it wasn't. They were like base cards, which are not like they make a ton of base
cards.
Yeah,
what is a base card?
A base card's like a card that they make a ton of. Inserts are like the like special card.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to help you here.
There's no helping, dude. There's no helping.
Is this helping? I mean, what happens? Robin said set goals. What would happen if you had all the Bengals cards? What does that look like?
The hope is getting a special insert. It's almost like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the golden ticket within the candy bar. It's like
it's like a lottery. It's like the lottery. You're playing the lottery.
Yeah, it's gambling. It's So
you got shitty base cards of the Bengals. Well, whose card were you hoping for?
Oh, you'd want like a Joe Burrow. There were Joe Burrow autographed cards within the set, and Jamar Chase or whoever. But yeah, Joe Burrow, obviously.
And it doesn't bother you that there could be a guy at the card manufacturing company who's sitting there and manufacturing cards for himself, and they're getting guys like you to pay a fortune for. You know what I mean?
Well,
how do you know the market?
That's the card company. They send out the boxes. Listen,
you trust that the card company is on the up and up.
Yes, for the most part. Until they had a whole big sort of scandal in the 80s and 90s or whatever, known as junk wax, where they overproduced everything. And no one really knew how much they were overproducing until later on.
Would the thought of taking the $300, let's say, and investing in Apple stock or one of the stocks you might like,
sure,
wouldn't that excite you more in terms of a gamble?
It does not excite me more. No.
You want the card. You want that physical card, a picture of one of these guys, one of these dudes.
Yes.
Wow. It's
especially with
remarkable.
Especially with an autograph. Yes.
I don't even understand I never collected baseball cards ever.
I did when I was a kid, and then I
You
sort
used
of
to flip the card. You know what? I guess for a while I had I would flip cards. You ever do that? You flip the card, and if it comes up on the face value or on the back, and then the person gets to keep the cards. You never did that?
I did some weird trading when I was little, but I don't know anything about that.
Where are we at with this cards now? You're going to keep going with it?
How many cards you got?
Well, listen, there are certain.
Much worse when a woman says something. You know what I mean?
I can't. Whatever.
Like when you hear Robin just cut in with her female voice.
It's
How
almost
many cards do you got?
It's expected. I've been here 20 years with Robin. It's kind of expected by now. I know how she feels about me.
It's so cutting. It's so cutting.
I'm like, one of us should be lying down. I think it's me because I'm so
JD, you told us
with this conversation.
The only insight I have, JD told Wolfie he'd rather open a Joe Burrow card than have sex with a woman. And that's how important.
I don't know if it was exactly like that,
but pretty close.
Something like that. I don't know if it was
Do you have any Joe Burrow cards?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You do.
I have a
none that are autographed.
No, I have a rookie autograph of him. Yeah.
Oh, you do,
and they are worth.
Well, I don't know how much. Again, the worth of a card is based on it's hard. There's no real set market for it. It depends on how much. You gotta go on eBay to see
I wonder what's wrong with you, technically. You know what I mean?
Everything's wrong with me. Look at me, for
wrong
Christ's
with
sake.
you.
Everything. So, but you have to go on eBay to see how much other cards of the same sort were bought for, and that's how they. That's
there you
base
go.
The market.
Have you ever sold a card?
No.
I'm holding on.
He's
smart.
I'm a collector.
It's like real estate. It goes up in value. You got to just hang with it.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. So answer Robin's question. Give me a ballpark. How many cards do you have now in your collection?
Oh, how many cards do I have? Oh, gosh. Maybe
ballpark.
At least 10,000.
Right. And the
maybe
reason
20,000.
10,000.
Wait, it just went to 20,000.
Yeah, maybe 20,000.
It's probably 30,000. JD,
I don't know about that.
if you sold off, if you have 20,000 cards and you sold off 10,000, why not? I mean, at some point, or did you have anxiety about selling these cards?
It's it takes. What is it,
Wolfie? What do you want to say, Wolfie?
There's effort that it takes to sell stuff and mail stuff out that I am not looking to do right now.
Okay. All right.
JD's doing this really annoying thing.
Oh, shut up,
He
Wolfie.
calls baseball cards product. He's like, oh, I got to get the new product.
Well, there's different. The product means there's different names. There's Topps Chrome, Topps Stadium Club. That's the name.
Who told you about this?
You watch you watch them. That's what they say.
So you see the collectors, and now you call it product.
Yeah. Well, it's it's collecting sports cards. It's called the hobby. I'm in the hobby. So there you go.
He told me this.
He told you what?
Do you see other collectors you admire? What do they got?
Well, I mean, you see. Oh my God! You see anyone? You see a 10-year-old kid pulling out a freaking Joe Burrow autograph. And I'm like, goddamn lucky ass kid. You get jealous of him. So, but
have you? I'm curious. Have you maxed out your 401k?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the highest. What is it? Comparing thing or whatever.
All right. Comparing things.
Howard, I would love to have access to his bank statements and credit card statements just to see what's going on.
Shut up, Wolfie.
If you approve this, Howard, I think I can help him.
No, you don't. No, you don't want to help. You want to hinder.
I want to see what's happening.
Yeah, I know you do. Leave me alone.
So you think that 401k is gonna?
Well, good news.
Take care of you the rest of your life?
I'm still going to work for however long.
You could sell off 20,000 cards, Robin. He'll be a millionaire. What's the matter with you? Hold on a second, JD.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
For you. Oh, I know you. Hi.
Hello?
Yeah. You're the girl who wants to date JD, right?
Yeah.
Still don't have a name yet?
I want JD to break my V card. I'm a 40
Are you a virgin?
Yeah, 43 years old, ready for that Big Mac. Hello?
Yeah. What do you, are you put off by JD's cards or do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. You know, my vagina's in mint condition. It's never been opened.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Said her
I said my
vagina. Go ahead, ma'am. I don't mean to speak for you. Go ahead.
I said my vagina's in mint condition. It's never been opened.
PSA 10 vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, JD, this is a girl who likes what you have to say and likes your break cards. What are your hobbies? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
Like Pokemon. I like Star Wars. I like Gigapets. I like a lot of stuff like that.
JD, you like any of those things, Gigapets?
No, I haven't gotten into Pokemon cards.
Are you thinking of maybe investing in Pokemon?
No, the thought has gone into my head like a little bit, but no, I just don't know enough, and I don't
When
care
a thought comes into your head
Yeah.
a little bit, describe what that's like. You say Pokemon came into your head, and what happens? Then it leaves?
It's just, like you think about it a little bit, and it's like, can I get into this? Do I want to get into this? And then it just, I don't want to.
Okay, JD, poke me, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. You are a
I
doll.
like that. Thank you. I also like fingering my belly button and smelling it. Sailor Moon, stuff like that.
Sailor Moon.
Do you do that, JD? Do you like a girl who smells her belly button?
Not really. Not in particular. No, not really.
Hey, JD, do you ever smell your earwax?
No.
I do.
Oh.
I do all the time. I
just-
stick my pinky in my ear and I smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Hey, I
Yeah.
just ate 3 McDonald's breakfasts. Hello?
Yeah. Well, you might want to cut down to like one McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah. I was hoping maybe after the show, JD could meet me. He could buy me the 4th.
Well,
That's protein.
Sure.
Yeah.
well,
Sure.
Well, you're a lovely gal, I'll tell you that, because I don't think it's easy for a woman to put herself out there. JD's a big star. He's on the show. And
Big star.
Yeah.
well, you are. And to a lot of people. And this woman is kind of bearing her soul and laying it out there and saying, look, if you want me, I'll spread my legs and you can take me. That's what she's basically saying. Right. Am I fair in saying that, ma'am?
Yeah, totally. You want to eat a McGriddle off my...
Oh, brother.
What? Wait, say that again? What?
I
What?
said you want to eat a McGriddle off my...
Try it again.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Straighten up.
You want to eat a McGriddle off my big weird vagina?
Off your what?
off my big weird vagina, JD.
It's like we're in a
My big weird. You want to eat a McGriddle off her big
McGriddle.
weird vagina.
Yeah, you heard me. Come on. Hello?
What are we, the Carol Burnett show?
No, I'm sorry. I had to sneeze. God. Hey, JD,
Oh, brother.
you want to put Wonder Bread on my vagina? It tastes like tuna fish. Hello?
Oh, wow. All right.
Why
Well,
aren't you replying, JD? Hello?
You're presenting a lot of the things, and I have to think about it. So, but no, I'm not interested in putting.
you don't want to
bread.
put bread on her vagina because it tastes like tuna fish?
Actually, I'm kind of not telling the truth. My vagina smells like microwave salmon.
Oh, that's kind of a
You
turn
like
on.
microwaves.
I do like microwave salmon. Sure, I don't know about. I don't know.
Can I be honest with you about something? Can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just farted out of shit.
You went to fart and you shat. Okay. Well. All right.
Yeah, or masturbated.
All right. Well, JD, she's into you, and that's pretty hot, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
By
you,
the way,
man.
just one more thing. I queefed and some Cheeto just came out.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Bye.
A woman who wants to give her virginity
She wants
to JD.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still can't think of a name.
She has a name. Wait, I'll find out her name. I think we asked her name. What is your name?
She ran out.
No, she's there.
Hello?
Yeah. What is your name?
God, I told you last time.
What?
It's Xena.
Xena.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Xena. All
What
right,
are you
there go.
confused about?
I forgot. Sorry.
All right.
Bye.
Wow.
Awfully temperamental.
All right, JD. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know who makes money is Oprah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Oprah. Did you hear about this? Oprah
Oh, yeah.
sold her podcast.
No, I just saw it. She sold it already?
She sold it. I tell you, people struggle. I don't know. Oprah struggles not for a second. Because I remember there was a time where Sirius XM, we had her here and gave
That's
her
right.
like $50 million to broadcast, and then she wasn't broadcasting
And
that
she
much.
couldn't even come on.
But now Oprah, and essentially I think what we were asking her for is a podcast, right?
Right.
Right. But anyway, Oprah sold her podcast to Amazon as part of an approximately $100 million licensing deal.
Gee.
Wow. I've never heard the. I mean, I follow Oprah on Instagram. I haven't heard the podcast, but the guys did pull a sample of what she's doing on there. If you want to hear it,
Yeah, I was on one day and she was interviewing some author. You know, she's always pushing somebody's book.
this is Oprah and spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, this is one of her older friends, Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah, where they're discussing that if you have a bad childhood, it makes you who you are. So there you go. Here we go.
Or if you have a good childhood.
Well, this is a bad childhood.
So think about that for a moment. Life will give you the experience you need for the evolution of your consciousness. And how do you know that's the experience you need? Because that's the experience you're having. And think about every time you've been through a tough thing, what was it there to do? It was to
Like being given the name Howard and Svi. That's a pretty tough thing to go through. I guess I think Oprah's now saying that whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think it's basically that idea, right?
I don't know.
Let me hear it.
to evolve you to the next level, right? No matter how hard it was there.
I guess when a guy tried to steal my pants in school, it evolved me to the next level. I think that's what Oprah's saying.
I think he said devolve.
No, she said evolved. Evolve.
I don't know.
I know. You know what? No wonder this is $100 million podcast. Look at the conversation it's inspiring in us, Robin. We haven't talked like this in ages.
To evolve you, to help you move
Evolve.
out of that and move you to the next level. So when you're in the middle of the thing, you just ask the thing, what are you here to show me so I can move on out quickly? That's what I found.
And sometimes you don't know until afterwards why it did that for you. A child, for example, probably cannot do that, cannot ask why what is it teaching me?
This is the shit they used to force you to listen to, like NPR or something. 100 mil. That's a big paycheck for this shit. But hey, you know what? Oprah's Oprah. Whatever she does is making money moves.
But afterwards, we look back on their childhood and say, all the suffering that I went through as a child were actually part of my evolution. If I had had a more normal childhood, I
wouldn't be who I am.
I guess what they're saying is when your dad had his way with you, Robin, it evolved you. You see?
I guess. Well, he didn't have his way with me, Howard.
Well,
You're mistaken.
well, you know what I mean. I don't want to get graphic.
Beaten up. He got beaten up for trying.
You beat him up? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good for you. When my dad stuck his finger in me, I just took it.
You just took it?
Yeah. I didn't think I could
No,
take
it's
him.
like, I can't go out like this. I'm sorry. I don't know who's trying to, make this happen, but I can't do this.
No, good for you. Well, you evolved from it, whatever that was. And by the way, lest anyone think, my father never stuck a finger in me. So, although I was quite the temptress, I'm sure. In fact, now that I think about it, nobody wanted to stick a finger in me. Or touch me, for that matter.
Well, I didn't want anybody sticking a finger in me. I didn't ask for it.
No. Well, evidently, whatever happened to you and me has made us evolve. And that's a good message. That's
Oprah
a way of
wouldn't
looking at it.
necessarily say we have evolved, though. I think that she still thinks something's wrong with us.
Well, that would be my argument. Say, Oprah, look at us. I've had a lot of fucked up things happen to me in my life. And I wouldn't say I've evolved. I just got more fucked up. See? What about that? Maybe we should have a guest who just describes how the more fucked up stuff that happens to you, the more fucked up you are. But whatever. What's the difference, Robin? We're all here. We're all trying to make the best of it. And according to High Register Shawnee, there's going to be an apocalypse anyway, and we're all going to be dead or living in our basement.
About it anyway, yeah. Everything will be gone.
Right. Remember baby Jessica? Do you remember that story?
Which Jessica? The one who
Baby
was down
Jessica,
the well?
Yeah, the one who was rescued from a well in 1987. She's now 40 years old and facing a charge of assault causing bodily injury involving family violence. She was arrested earlier this month in Texas after a domestic disturbance. That's one of these news articles I have here. I just was like, I hope they don't throw her back down the well, as a punishment.
Well, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She had a terribly traumatic experience that lasted several days.
Right.
Now look at her.
Yeah, now she's having problems. Sounds like she didn't evolve from it.
No.
Well. Oh, this is an interesting story. I do want to mention this before Jack gets in here. The Spice Girls are in menopause. Mel B, who I worked... Mel B, yes. You need to know about this. Mel B, who I worked with on America's Got Talent. Mel B recently shared that she's going through menopause and suffering from night sweats, brain fog, anxiety, and vaginal dryness. That might be too much information. She said that she asked, and all the other Spice Girls are in menopause too. Mel B's not the type of person you confide in. She immediately goes and blabs that you're in menopause.
Right. She'll tell on you.
Yeah. Mel B is 50. So now we know why Victoria Beckham looked upset when she saw Gary. She probably her vagina was probably dry. You know what I mean?
She couldn't get wet.
Robin, you went through menopause. When your vagina is dry, it chafes sometimes when you're walking. It's like wearing corduroy pants. It makes a lot of noise. It's, yeah. Describe the noise your vagina made, Robin, when it was dry. What's that song they do? If you want to be my lover? We might have to change the lyrics to, if you want to be my lover, you better bring some lubricant.
Yes.
Right? If you want to be my lover, you better lube me up. Mel B says that, well, I wonder if Mel B's on that the patch like my wife, because, and
I don't know.
Please, to the makers of whatever this fucking patch is, you must, please get me supplies, because evidently so many women are taking this patch who are not on menopause. They think it's the secret to their youth. And so now the women who are in menopause can't get the patch. And my wife needs that patch. I mean, since
You've
she's
given
been
up on natural cures.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You
I told my wife about what you said. She's not looking for a natural cure. She wants the patch and that's it. She loves it. I'm telling you, she's a changed woman. She was having such a hard time with night sweats and like not being able to sleep and waking up every minute, and now sleeps like a baby. No, nothing. I mean, that's it. She's like back to her old self.
All right.
And then as soon as we get on the patch, because I say we because it saved my life. She was really miserable. She was exhausted and miserable. And then we open up the paper and it says, oh, guess what? There's a shortage on the patch. They can't make enough of this shit. I said, what? And the reason is too many young women who aren't in menopause use it because they think it's the fountain of youth, which it has been It has been proven it is not the fountain of youth. It is not making you younger. So, and I told my wife everything you said. She just wants her patch.
Robin Ophelia Quivers.
That's why people have these estrogen symptoms with menopause, because women don't have enough fat in their bodies. Fat in their bodies. Fat in their bodies.
I told her.
Fat in their bodies. Fat in their bodies. Well, when you're taking that patch, you're not solving the problem.
But she does not care. And neither does anybody else. We need the patch, Robin.
Well, there are a few of us.
You. Get over here. Oh, I meant to say this yesterday. One of the fans wrote in, and I didn't get to the fan mail, but one fan wrote to you and had a good question. They said, let me see if I can find it. Forget Oprah, Robin. You deserve $100 million for your information.
I'm not doing a podcast.
We got to get you a podcast. Where's the Robin question? Let's see. Sour shoes, Billy Strings. Oh, here it is. I would love to have a segment where Robin talks about what she eats in a day. She is a smart cookie. There you go. What'd you eat yesterday? Can you remember? People are very anxious. What'd you have?
Yes, I ate a small piece of chicken and 3 eggs.
That's it. That was the whole day.
That was the whole day.
Wow. Is that real? No veggies?
Yeah, I didn't eat
no
until
veggies.
5.
Not
right now.
You didn't eat anything until 5 o'clock, and then you had 3 eggs and chicken.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. You are defiant.
Defiant of what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all I could eat.
After you say, you
was
have a
full.
look on your face after you say that. It's the greatest look I ever saw. It's like you go, I had eggs and chicken, and then you're like. But that's severe.
The eggs had mushrooms in them.
Oh, they did. What type of mushroom?
And some cheese.
Oh,
they
it had
were portobello mushrooms.
Portobello
Baby
and
bellas.
cheese. And what is the philosophy there with what you ate? In other words, this is to do with your health regimen. Obviously, you're fighting cancer in a very serious way. You're putting all your energy into it. So this, you feel, will also keep you healthy.
I'm eating an amount of protein that will trigger my body to use the protein.
Right.
And I'm eating some fat that
You're eating very, very little,
supplies my cells with the fat they need to create good cell membranes. And
What do you
to help create hormones?
Are you able to fall asleep? Because I'd be so
Yes.
hungry.
No, I told you I was full. I could just barely finish that.
Look at you. Now, here's a crazy question, but please indulge me. The eggs that you ate, were these eggs from the chicken that you ate? In other words,
What chicken?
did this chicken lay
the
those
chicken
eggs?
that I ate?
That's right. Did this chicken happen to lay those
No,
eggs?
No, I
they
didn't
were
get
two
them
different
from
people.
The same place, yeah.
All right. I mean, you could look at those eggs as like chicken abortions, and then
I know that.
Right. So you
but
could.
I was eating the chicken and the egg.
Wow. Good for you. You know what? I love you. I love what's going on over at your place. I'm telling you, it is never dull when you call Robin. Any question that has a full and complete answer, that's fascinating. Good for you. Well, and there's your music. It's fabulous. Let's go to, oh God, there's a million people on the phone. My man is, John Blitt is screening these calls.
And he's throwing everybody on?
He's throwing on a lot of people. And let's go to, oh, Jesus. All right, let's go to Balls. Go ahead, Balls.
Hey now, how you doing there?
Hey now.
Hey, wow. Over the years, we've actually learned what JD does find attractive in a woman. But what I was wondering if I can ask him a couple of questions. I had a little checklist I like to call deal breaker traits, and I wanted to see if he would go out with a woman that say she had hairy armpits for one. I got a bunch of them, but I want to ask what will turn him off to the point where he wouldn't date a woman.
I don't know, man. When I was in a bad situation, if a girl had hairy armpits, I don't think it would slow me down. You know what I mean? And if a girl had a big bush, I was like, so what? When Robin, there was a time where it's hard for women to believe now that I'm a sex symbol, that there was a time in my life where it was very difficult to get a woman to go to bed with me. But
you had very few deal breakers.
I remember, and don't forget, this was back, when I was like 16, 17. I pull off a woman's pants, and you would see a bush that was the size of like a Bozo the Clown's hair. You know what I mean? It was crazy, and don't think that slowed me down. I mean, if a woman was willing to sleep with me, what are your deal breakers? Big bush, hairy armpits.
I got a bunch. How about inverted?
My only deal breaker was a penis. If I saw that when I pulled the pins out.
You told us once there was a woman with hairy nipples.
Oh yeah, that was a bit much. Well, no, that wasn't me. It was a friend of mine, actually.
Yeah,
that might freak me out. That would freak me out. My friend actually, he was able to perform. Yeah. You know what? I actually don't want to make myself seem too desperate. There are women that I turned down. There were some deal breakers.
What was the deal breaker for you, Howard?
Overweight. I mean, in a real big way. It's just not my thing. And there was one woman who had quite a situation on her back. Not a hump. I wouldn't describe it that way, but she wasn't technically a hunchback. But
what was on her back?
I don't know what was on her back. I put my hand on her back and I felt a lot of weird shit, and I just I backed off. It might have been her dead twin. I'm not sure.
Oh no!
There was something on there, and it was gushy, and I just was like, you got to picture a young Howard Stern. Beggars can't be choosers.
What if she was a perfect 10 but had like no ass whatsoever?
Oh, that's no problem. She's laying on her back anyway. Who cares? Look, I'm no prize. I didn't have a lot of options. I'm not gonna, not gonna be all choosy. But there were some deal breakers.
What about hygiene? Like if she didn't brush her teeth regularly?
We don't have to kiss. Kissing's overrated.
How about bipolar?
Oh, that's my thing. I love that.
That goes to the top of the line.
Yeah, no, that's a go. Please come into my boudoir. Bipolar. That sounds good to me. That sounds like I'm getting two of something. What
about a woman that farts around you regularly? Would that bother you?
Yeah, bother me, but I think I could still perform. Yeah. Yeah.
I only got a couple more. How about if let's see here, if they had an annoying voice like grating?
That's not a problem. I can put up with that. Until after I come, it's a problem. Robin's seen me around women with really annoying voices, and right, Robin, I'm captivated.
Oh yeah, you're all in.
Yeah.
Until,
I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
Until that evil load comes out of my balls.
Conversation, yeah.
Robin has actually berated me and said, "I cannot believe you're talking to that person." I go, "What are you talking about? She's fascinating." Goes,
how about a woman that's paraplegic but she's a perfect 10?
Robin is not a good wingman.
No.
She's so in love with me. She tries to ruin all my fun.
I just want you to be with somebody wonderful and lovely.
Somebody quality.
Those people were not your
Hard
cup
to
of
find.
tea.
Yeah. Well, it's easy for you to say. If you're thirsty, you'll drink any tea. Yeah. Anyway.
I used to worry about you.
Yeah. I'm fine. All right, Balls, I got to go. I'm going to go talk to Jack Antonoff. Fascinating guy. Super talented
Hey,
guy.
Sounds
Should
good,
be a lot
buddy.
of fun.
Peace and love. Thanks for picking up. Appreciate
You
it.
bet. Later. Bye. Harry Bush. Who cares? I mean, we can shave that thing. I was going to play a phony phone call. Ran out of time. Earth Day was last week. We called a pizza shop.
Oh.
And the guy was great from the pizza shop. He's a superstar. I don't know why these people don't hang up, but I don't think I should play it now because I got to get to Jack. But tomorrow or whenever we're on next, I'll play it for you. Okay. All right.
There are some nice people in the world, apparently. We should try to showcase them.
Yeah, I mean, well, the guy got pissed off, but at least he stayed on the phone and entertained us. Let me just tell you about In the Gray. In the Gray. This summer's action movie season kicks off early with In the Gray. In the Gray, starring your boyfriend Jake Gyllenhaal. Robin, you're a big fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Let me ask you something. If Jake Gyllenhaal had a big bush, would that put you off?
No.
No, exactly. You find it musky and exciting. In the Gray, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill. That's how you say it. Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Like travel.
Right. And
Hoo-ha.
Isa Gonzalez.
Asa.
They're all Isa. Isa.
Asa.
Right. Asa. You said Isa.
I said Asa.
Anyway, In the Gray is the name of the movie. They play a covert team of elite operatives with questionable morals. When $1 billion fortune is stolen, they're the ones brought in to steal it back, even if it means breaking the rules. In the Gray. I love a good action flick. In the Gray is written and directed by Guy Ritchie, who I'm a fan of because I love young Sherlock. Guy Ritchie, the mastermind behind the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, The Gentleman, and Snatch. Snatch! How do you not love a guy who made a movie called
Love
Snatch?
Snatch.
What is that, Robin, you just said?
Oh, shut up.
You said what? The film mixes action, suspense, nothing hotter than when you say, I love Snatch. The film mixes action, suspense, and humor with a lot of twists along the way. In the Gray. Hits theaters May 15th. In the Gray. Rated R. We love rated R. Not interested if it's not rated R. Anyone under the age of 17 requires an accompanying parent or adult guardian. In my case, I'm bringing both. Tickets are available now.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. He was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had the foresight to get life insurance. Because we had the 2 small children, he decided it was important to get it to make sure that we would have enough in case anything ever happened. The bills were covered, the mortgage was paid, so I could focus on my kids. With Ethos, getting life insurance is fast, affordable, and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exam, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. We truly don't know how much time we have. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the time and the space we needed to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/quote. That's ethos.com/quote. Ethos.com/quote.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Tired of the same old game night? Switch things up with Chumba Casino. Play over 200 free online social casino games. From classic slots and blackjack to exclusive in-house favorites you won't find anywhere else. However long you got, you can play your way. Anytime, anywhere. Make your next chill night a little more fun with Chumba Casino. Only available in permitted states. No purchase necessary. See terms and conditions for details. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21+.
According to ZipRecruiter, nearly half of hiring managers say a candidate's enthusiasm for a role is the most important factor in their decision-making. Now, if you're hiring, it's important to be able to tell which candidates are genuinely excited about your opportunity and which ones are not. You don't want to hire somebody and only learn they're really not into it. So ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly lets you see the most interested qualified candidates first, so you meet the right people faster. I love it. ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology connects you with qualified candidates who can tell you in their own words why they're interested in your job. Use ZipRecruiter and find enthusiastic talent fast. That's ZipRecruiter. They say that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/100. That's ZipRecruiter.com/100. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hire them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. You may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
He's a 13-time Grammy Award winner.
And the Grammy goes to Jack Antonoff. Hey, I want to get better.
Producer Jack Antonoff and his band Bleachers are making their Stern Show debut. Don't miss Jack Antonoff and Bleachers. Coming up next on The Howard Stern Show. Time Grammy Award winner.
And the Grammy goes to Jack Antonoff. Hey, I want to get better.
Producer Jack Antonoff and his band Bleachers are making their Stern Show debut. Don't miss Jack Antonoff and Bleachers. Coming up next on The Howard Stern Show.
Hello.
I'd like to put an order together.
For
pickup, but my son Gary's actually able to place the order through the trumpet. He's a professional trumpet player.
You serious?
Yeah. Just make your best effort into putting the order together, all righty?
Okay.
Hold on. Gary, come on over.
Do it again. I wasn't, maybe, let me concentrate on this one. Try again. I can't pick it up. Can you give me like a one? Maybe I'm not picking up, you know what I mean? I think I've had enough of it.
It's like a complete, like, what time do you go to bed?
Yeah, but I'm a morning person too, and that's why my life is miserable, because I have all my best thoughts and feelings in the morning, and then when I don't get a morning, I'm tortured.
Yeah, like I am most effective for those 3 hours in the morning. After that, I'm a mess. You know what I mean?
I am the second, you know what it is for me? When I eat something, everything changes. I have no thoughts anymore. That's it.
It goes downhill. You lose your energy, right?
I wake up hopeful. I wake up happy. I wake up inspired. And then the second I start eating, looking out the window, reading anything on my phone, I torpedo. All my writings in the morning.
But when you're out like touring and stuff, and even a lot of like being in touch with what's going on musically involves being up at night and like either going to a club or going, to a concert. So even though you're a morning person, you're really going to bed like 2-3 in the morning, right? And then waking up around like
on tour I am, and then depends who I'm working with. But left to my own devices, like I'm really happy on tour, and that's just a wrinkle I got to get over. But when I'm home and my wife and I are in bed at like 9, and we're waking up and we're like just hanging in bed for a while, and then we're waking up at like 7 or 8, that's my happiest. I feel really like I'm part of the world.
Yeah,
my writing is way better. My writing is all happens in the morning.
I totally get it. Do you write every day? Do you write music every single day?
Yeah, in some form or another. I wake up and I write, and sometimes it's what you'd imagine, like I'm at a piano and I'm really writing, and sometimes I'm just having thoughts and jotting them down. But if I don't, I get like out of touch with myself. And
the days where you just go, I'm writing this, it's shit. It's just shit. This is nothing someone would want to listen to, but I've got to go through the discipline. I got to sit there and just write.
Oh, constantly. But it tortured me a lot, I think, in the past. Now I realize it's so fucking powerless what I do, and I can't control it. I mean, I could go somewhere and write a song, but I wouldn't care. It's like I'm looking for something that I can't define. And so I'm trying to be more at peace with just like it's all part of the process, but it is maddening. And it's kind of like the way I've heard people describe chasing drugs, except this one doesn't ruin your life as much, maybe.
Right.
Like I really am just chasing this thing.
So let's say like yesterday, when you sat down to write, did you come out with 20 songs? Do you come out with one song? Is it just a snippet of a song? What's a typical day like?
It's kind of like everything. To me, it breaks down into melodies that are interesting to me is like column A, sounds that are interesting to me is column B, and then actual ideas. The ideas are the strongest. Like this morning, I had an idea that was like, you wake up with a thought. This one was, I protected you, but not for me. Not great, but it's an interesting prompt for a song. Like how like there's these people in your life that you care so much to protect, but then you also dump all your shit on them. And so like, I don't know if that turns into something, but like that to me is, I've been thinking about that for the past, since I've been up. Like what's the line? What is that? So the sort of like headline ideas are the ones that keep me going.
I like that. I protected you, but it's almost like the enemy within. I protected you from all this stuff, but I never realized, shit, I'm the toxic person in your life.
I mean, think about like Howard. Like think about like the closest people in your life, right? You would fucking kill for them, right?
Yes, that's
kill.
right. That's right.
But you can't protect them from all the edges of you that you don't even know about. I mean, there's the parts you know about. So like that's a great example of like, is that the hook? I protected you, just not for me. Is it I'm your protector, but not for me? You know, so then that's, my mind goes into like a very literal place of what is it, or am I being too literal? But that's like then maybe that'll come out today. Maybe it'll come out in 2 years.
And do you have that voice in your head? I suspect you don't, because you're able to do this job. Do you have that voice in your head that goes, "Oh, you're an asshole"? Like everyone's going to laugh at you.
Me?
Like I can't write a song like this. You know,
Constantly.
But how do you get past that?
I find joy in it. Like if something doesn't make me laugh a little bit, if something doesn't make me like put me a little bit on edge, it feels like it's not worth sharing. And that voice is loud as fuck. It's crazy loud. It's like it yells. And it's also like it drags. Man, the stuff that happens. I just heard you on the break. I thought you were going to go WNBC. You were like right on the edge of doing it, and it's like it made me think like, God, those early experiences, they're always with you. And so like I'm still, no matter what happens, the feeling of I'm in the van, I'm at a show in Iowa, I get a call that my cousin's coming, I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna see me play in front of 3 people. Right. That humiliation lives alive and well in an arena. In a good way. You just drag it with you.
But that's such a wonderful experience too, that you got to play in front of 3 people, because like I'm trying to learn guitar. I can't play in front of anybody. I'm so like uptight about it that but at least you got to like be anonymous and go through that experience of playing, you know, in high school and playing in front of people who didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? There wasn't all that baggage.
It's the best because, you know, your origin story gets rewritten over and over, especially if you're anyway like a public person. But there are facts about it that like you hang on to like armor. And it's like those days, and they weren't short. There were a lot of those days. We did it because we fucking did it. And our joy was that no one was paying us to do it. And what someone would call a loser, we said, well, we wore it like we loved that chip on our shoulder. Oh, you're not coming to our show? Well, we're fucking here anyway.
Right.
And at the time, I'm not saying I want to go back to that, but it's so valuable in hindsight. I mean, I was deranged. I was not going to do anything else.
No, I those are the best times. I mean, I just remember doing radio and sucking at it, being so bad at it, but you got to work everything out.
Every musician I know loves private parts for that reason, regardless of how brilliant and funny it is. But it's the story of being an artist, which is No one's compelling you to do this but you. No one's asking. And in many ways, and this is not a knock on anyone, but my least favorite art is the one that shouts, like, you know, the sort of American Idol type singing, you know, where it's like the person who would rip down the fucking walls at a talent show. Like, I want to hear, you know, who's going to be the next Dylan, who's going to be someone where it doesn't fully add up, but it's brilliant. And that movie, it's like, it's this character who just like, everyone's saying no, and you just aren't taking it. It's the best. It's literally what it was like for all of us.
Yeah, because when you look at your career, even like, did you ever say to yourself, like, you know, there's been so many bands, and you're coming up and everything, and you're like, everybody's done everything, but yet you have some crazy notion in your head that I can do this too, and come up with something original that people want to hear.
It's so
crazy.
powerful, and it's like your superpower and your death.
Yeah,
it fucks up your life in so many ways. Because you do become deranged. I don't think about anything else.
Do you have that one person in your head who said to you, when are you going to get a real job? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're never going to be able to make any money. Who's that person for you?
So my dad, when I didn't go to college, which in the world I grew up in was a pretty hefty move. That was
sacrilege.
It was well, I'm probably a similar lineage, but it's like my grandparents fled the Holocaust. My parents were like, you know, it was like food on the table and roof over your head there was nothing else, which I don't even disagree with. I agree. And then I was able to break off and try something, but not going to college was fucked up. That was not.
Were you paranoid about not going to college?
Oh yeah. Well, I grew up in a world where like that was your ticket. It was before the college myth kind of got busted. You know, right. I was still of that generation where it was like, if you had tattoos on your hands or didn't go to college, you were fucked. Period.
Right.
So at that time, my dad was like, you know, I had bands and stuff. He was like, well, maybe like music school. So I went to see this. I forget what school it was, but I sat in a room with a guy.
Berkeley?
No, it was not even that good. And the guy was bald and had a ponytail. This is not a joke. And wouldn't shut up the whole time about like how he had like mentored Moby or something. I don't know. But I played in my demo and he fucking destroyed it in front of my dad. I was like 17 and just told me why it sucked. And it may have, but that guy lives in my head.
Wow.
And he's probably dead and he probably doesn't remember, but he lives in my head. He was like, because it was such establishment. He was like literally at a desk. It was like poetry in real life.
And isn't it amazing? That one guy could have like wrecked your fucking life if you took him seriously, if you were not as grounded or whatever the hell you are. Because my guy was an uncle of mine who saw me at a funeral and said to me,
"Really?
When
Wasn't Pig on it?"
Well, that was much later. But a guy said, "When are you going to get a real job?" And that was it. You know, it was like, "Whoa, when are you going to get a real job? That's crazy." By the way,
I had a family member who said, because I was traveling so much in the van, who said as a joke, which it didn't hit like a joke, well, if it doesn't work out, you're basically a truck driver. And I was, I felt so fucking unseen for my effort.
Well, like, you see, when I try to piece together your life, because you've had a pretty spectacular career so far, and to me, it seems kind of charmed. First of all, your dad played guitar. And to me, that seems like a huge advantage because when if your dad's a loving man, he'll share the guitar with you. And by share, I mean, you know, watch you play, maybe teach you a few chords or somehow make you think you're going to be able to do this, you know, because music is not easy to understand or put together in a meaningful way. You know what I mean? Don't you think that was your first lucky break?
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, he was a, well, do you know about my dad?
I know a little bit about you.
Do you know where he went to college?
No.
Do you know when he went to college?
No.
He went to BU at the same time as you.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And he says he remembers you. And he says it's exactly as you portrayed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because nobody was my friend. I mean, I can't believe he knew me. Why didn't he say hello back then? I could have used a friend.
I don't know. I think he had a core group of people, and I think they were. I mean, he met my mom then. They were just like getting high. And do you remember anyone breaking into the MIT tennis bubble and getting arrested by any chance?
No, I do not.
Well, that was my mom. She got high and broke into the MIT tennis bubble for the sake of running around. So that was. But they were. He played guitar. He is a great guitar player. He had this experience where he graduates college, and this is going to sound like a Springsteen song, but it's true. And his dad was like, "You have to cut your hair and come work at the shoe factory."
Right.
In Jersey. That's literally what happened. So I think I got a lot of leeway because maybe my parents were pretty clear that it wasn't going to happen.
And you always had bands, right? In like when you were in high school.
Since I was like 14.
See, that's why I think you had a charmed life. I was talking about you earlier this morning. I said, on the one hand, when I read about you, it's like, hey, he dyed his hair blue and nobody liked him and people made fun of him. But on the other hand, you're the kid in high school who had a record fucking contract senior year, and you're dating Scarlett Johansson. And I'm like, wait a second.
That was a different school though. So you got to cut it. You got to break out public school in New Jersey into performing arts school in New York City. That shit saved my life. In public school, New Jersey,
you got into performing arts.
Well, so here's what happened. So I go to public school in Jersey, freshman and sophomore year. It's a nightmare. It's like the 50s. Like it's literally. I think I was like the last generation before that thing broke. It was jocks and cheerleaders and me. And at that time, it was this. I was just mercilessly made fun of for being gay, which I think was like a catch-all for liking art. Maybe at that time, it was bizarre.
Right. Well,
I was like, it just didn't get any of it. And my sister was getting into musical theater, so she went to this school in the city, and I got my parents to let me go there, and I went from being made fun of for being gay because I had blue hair to being the only straight kid in the class, and it was fucking beautiful. All of a sudden, I was in a world where my class was ballerinas and actors and musicians, and I saved my life. It was a place where people had hope about art.
How old were you did you have to audition to get into the High School of Performing Arts?
No, it wasn't LaGuardia. It was a place near it where it was more like you could go if you had to leave to do stuff. And I was starting a tour. So I was like, maybe I could go here. And it was kind of a hack to fuck off school a little bit for me.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was real bad. Like there was nothing for me happening. But all those people, but the person you mentioned, she was there as an actor. My friends were musicians. We just like, I became surrounded by people who didn't think this was a joke, who weren't talking about Plan B.
Wow. And you never had a Plan B. You said, I'm going to be a musician. What age did you know you were going to be a musician?
I knew at like 13 or 14 because I felt misunderstood my whole life. And I felt like a little bit like shouting into a pillow or something, like I couldn't get something out. And then when I got a guitar, I felt a peace that I kind of had that feeling that like you hear people talk about like, oh, I can feel myself here. And so
when did you get the guitar? 13? Would you say you started playing?
12, 13. 12? Yeah. And then I just started writing. And I don't know why.
Did you connect with the guitar right away, or was there a learning curve? Did you get lessons? I mean, it seems like all you guys, like I talked to Andrew Watt or some of the big name producers like you, and who are also musicians. Well, yeah, man, I just knew what to do with the guitar. I mean, how does that happen?
I don't know. I just got it. The guitar, the piano, and the drums. I just kind of always had a feel. And then there was a period where I could hear things I couldn't play, and then I just all I did was play.
All you did was play, but no lessons, no formal lessons.
I had lessons, but I didn't take much from them because I couldn't really focus. I just had a real hard time in any kind of learning environment. I've always had a really hard time. I feel really like there's something wrong with me. Like I can't.
You don't read music?
No, I learned to, and then I forgot. It's all. The only time I was happy was when I was just alone doing it, and then when I started to do it with my friends. But that stressed me out too, because a lot of my friends weren't serious about it, so I felt like kind of anxious.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing that you could connect with an instrument, like a man-made thing.
Where are you at? You're like, are you
2 years in?
You're 2 years in, and do you feel like a freedom yet?
No. Sometimes it happens, like where I'm like, holy shit, am I really playing this? But I'm playing like a lot of classical guitar.
Okay.
A lot of finger picking, a lot of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, I mean, that's serious stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But have you had that moment where you like forget your being and you're just playing?
I think if I could play with other people, like right now I'm just by myself, but I bet I'd be okay if, like you said to me, hey, play rhythm, just play these chords. I think you'd think I was okay at playing.
You got to play with other people. It really is like, this sounds cheesy, but it's a level of communication that we really don't have words for. And when it works, it's like really life affirming. And I always go back to it.
So you start the guitar at 13 and stuff. You had, you had bands and all this kind of thing. How do you get a record deal when you're in high school? I mean, and you're touring what? When you're 15? You're on tour? What does that mean to be on tour at 15?
It means, like, there was a literal book called Book Your Own Fucking Life. And it was the phone numbers of, like, everyone in every state that was doing, like, DIY shows. And me and my friend sat there and called it. I mean, we were sleeping in rest stops, playing to no one. But what's cool about that is I fell in love with being on the road. And that is so different than music, which is why you see so many artists who love making records, hate touring. Being on the road that's like being a fucking, like, clown and a mathematician. They have nothing to do with each other. And they're jammed together because of the nature of their work. But it was like, it's almost like I had this love of songwriting and producing and playing that was like a home thing. And then when I got on the road, I had this other love, probably because my life at home was getting intense. I loved waking up every day in a new place and just erasing the day before.
And when you're 15 and you're on tour, your parents are cool with that. I mean, they're like...
Well, there's context here. So my parents... So my younger sister was born with brain cancer and died when I was 18. So my parents were really justifiably wrapped up in that, and I think it created a sense at home of, like, if that makes you happy, fuck it. Which I'm not saying that my parents weren't way ahead of their time, but I think when I remember feeling this heightened, like, nothing matters besides being alive and happy, and if you want to live at home until you're fucking 50, then that's what you'll do. And you want to take the family minivan and you can't drive it, but Eddie, who's 18, can? Sure. Like, I remember connecting those things. It was just like the good kind of fuck it in the house.
You mean watching your sister dying of brain cancer in a way, not to say that there was a positive, but the positive was you began to appreciate life.
Oh, there's a huge... People who are dealing with grief, I mean, we've all been through it, but you walk through the world and you are so hyper in tune with what matters and what doesn't. Period. End of story. And that is devastating. But it's been a huge part of my life. It's kind of when my brain was forming, I was just surrounded by all these, like, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that matters.
Right.
And it's just what comes with it. I mean, loss is bizarre that way.
Touring, in a way, probably saved your life because I'm imagining this, but that you might have been close with your sister and you loved her.
Very.
And the torture of watching her die was too much. So by touring, you got a break from it. Like,
I ran. Yeah.
You ran.
I ran, and what I realized was you can't outrun yourself. You can't outrun your grief, but you can make a life on the run. And I started to put all these things together, and somewhere in my mid-20s, it started to click. It was really hard in those early years because there was... but something did weird happen, all my friends were getting into drugs, and so, like, 2 years after she died, we, like, all ate a ton of acid, and I lost my mind, and it kind of, like, exploded me in a way, in a way that I think was helpful, but everything kind of came crashing down, and I snapped, and it was just bizarre. Yeah, I don't even know where the story's going. Grief is fucking bizarre. Is the headline.
I would interpret that, what you just said, as a form of wanting to harm yourself and kill yourself. Like, not in a direct way. I had the same exact experience in my life. I went off to college. I was lost. Started self-medicating with drugs. I didn't call it self-medicating. I thought I was being cool.
Same.
Took a ton of acid one night. Almost lost my fucking mind. I probably should have been hospitalized. And after that, I was never the same. I think I fucked my brain.
Howard, I have the exact same experience. I was never the same. And
I'm talking about I developed OCD.
Howard, literally, I like went to a disassociative place for months and developed a kind of OCD that I live with today.
What kind of OCD? I'm curious because this happened to me.
An obsession. There's layers to it, but the first part is an obsession with losing my mind. Like, I'm not in my reality, and I'm not here. And then a wild hypochondria that is dictates my life except when I'm on stage. It's the only time it goes away. I can't touch things. I can't touch people. It's bizarre.
That's exactly what my experience is.
And it started when I did this.
Yes.
And it was
or hits
before,
a bladder acid.
Literally same thing. I didn't think I was self-medicating. Everyone was just getting fucked up. It was what you did.
Right.
We were in a band, and it was before any culture of dosing in a way. So we just like bought a bunch of acid and like as a joke like ate all of it, and they all had fun, and I lost my fucking mind. The next day, I remember we were in the van, me and the band. God, I practically like losing my mind even talking about this shit. I was like, do you guys feel okay? And they were like, yeah. And I didn't. And I went to my mom the next day, and I was like, you gotta take me to a doctor. The same as me. I should have been in the fucking hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel it changed my brain chemistry, and not in a good way. And I mean, yeah, OCD, real heavy OCD.
Serious.
Can't touch it. Can't, it was just nuts.
Crazy rituals or people would die.
Yeah.
I still have it, and I work hard.
I have it horribly. I think it's getting worse.
It is?
Yeah. And I'm an old dude.
But what do you do?
It's like,
do you do any therapy or like?
I do therapy.
Does it help?
I do therapy. It hasn't helped with that. And I guess I could have looked at medication, but I was uncomfortable with that. I was afraid it would fuck up my radio show. I don't know. Do you do medication at all?
Yeah, and I've gone back and forth on it, and like I don't love having anything in my body. Like I do have probably what you're talking about, a relationship to my creativity where I'm so afraid that this thing will go away that I can't control, that anything that could mess with it, I really don't want. But you know what I think did save me, and I don't know if you had this, a lot of my friends went on to get real fucked up, and I never touched anything since that trip. After that trip, I was done.
I was pretty much done, except I had to go see 2001: A Space Odyssey and I took acid again. I mean, it was the dumbest thing. I just stared at the ceiling the whole time while the ceiling appeared to be dripping on my head. But you wrote a song about it. I want to get better.
Yeah. I lost my panic at the acid test. Now I want to get better. It's the line from that.
I froze in time between hearses and caskets, lost control when I panicked at the acid test.
Yeah.
That's crazy
I wanted to write, that was the first thing I wrote for this band. And I just thought to myself, let me write a song that's essentially a Cliff Notes of my life, and let me just weed out anyone who's not going to get me right off the bat. I don't want to write something. I don't want my first single. At that point, I signed to a major label, and they were going to do a big push. And there was another song on the album called Roller Coaster, which is a great song, but it's way more, anyone could like it kind of vibe. And I remember fighting fucking tooth, and I was like, it has to be, I want to get better. I don't want to have a false fan base. I was obsessed with it. And I think it worked because a lot of the people that come to the shows now are like dealing with the same kind of OCD.
The first band you had was called Steel Train. And Steel Train was the band, I'm talking about the first band that got signed.
Yeah.
That's when you're in high school and you get signed with I only wish that could be my story. I would think that would be the key to popularity.
You'd want to go back? Really?
No, I don't want to go back.
Radio's so much cooler.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. Radio was not cool back in the day. Radio was for like losers. You know what I mean? It got cool. It's a weird thing. But my point is, I can't imagine a life where you get signed in high school. And you probably thought at that point, dude, I've got it made. I am going to be a rich fucking rock star. I'm in high school and I got signed. Only Paul Simon did that.
Well, you gotta put some perspective. My share of the advance in the deal was $7,500. So that was awesome. But I wasn't.
What was the label?
It was a small indie label.
Oh, okay.
But it was crazy. It was crazy. I thought my life was different though. Than I was really tapped into a small scene, and I looked at bands I looked at Wilco like I just want to be a band on the road who finds my audience. I never thought about anything mainstream.
I understand that.
And none of that shit even found me until I thought it had passed me.
Right. It's so when that, but that's the other thing, and I'm kind of fascinated by this. You wrote the song "Better Love," which was about your girlfriend Scarlett Johansson. I'm fascinated by this. This was the song. This is from your first album with Steel Train. Believe me, if I could have dated Scarlett Johansson when I was in high school, there'd be a whole fucking album about it.
I didn't know that. I was so unaware. I was writing songs in my room. I didn't know if that people were going to pick up that was her, even though I said her fucking name. But that was like, it was a very different time, right? Because there was no internet really happening. So I was just like, I'm in high school. These are my friends. That's my girlfriend. Some people know
But you
she
were a
is.
genius.
Whatever.
You picked a high school where everyone was gay, so you get Scarlett Johansson.
You know, it wasn't my intention, but
it was genius.
But I will say, like, you know, being the pretty much only straight guy, it was me. There was two of us. Me and my friend Scott were I think the only straight guys in our class, and we had a band together. And you're not wrong. It worked out.
It sure did. It's
You know?
a fantastic story, I think. I mean, it's just so great. It's charming. But so
Yeah,
so
in
when
public
you say
school, I was like a Jew with blue hair who everyone thought was gay.
Yeah.
In New York City art school, I was, you know, like
macho,
yeah,
crazy.
Tough. I was tough.
I think about one of the clips I watched of you early in your career. You were on Letterman. I guess it's when you. I guess. Were you in Fun at that point when you did Letterman?
Steel Train played
You were
Letterman.
still in Steel Train. Yeah, you did Letterman. It was so funny watching a young you on Letterman. Even like a moment like that as a kid, you were probably like, "Wow, this is it. We're on the David Letterman show." Well, you know, it's
all
these moments.
To me, like whenever I describe that stuff, it's like I think of like, you know, like the gas tank gets to empty, the light goes on, and then you get a call. It's like, oh, you're gonna play on Letterman. The tank fills back up. Like I was always in it for life, but you know, me and the guys around me, I was like, okay, good. I feel like I got 6 more months now where people are still gonna believe in this thing.
Right.
Everything, because we weren't getting paid, you know. We weren't. It's like that thing. The universe wasn't asking us to do it. I was just sort of like, keep it going, guys. Keep it going.
Is the struggle, that is the, I think you just described it better than anybody I ever heard. The struggle is when you're in the music business and you haven't had a big hit song or anything like that, you, in a way, you got to keep the record company interested in you too. Like you're probably sitting there going, yeah, you're probably like, oh, fuck, I hope they don't fire us. And then Letterman calls. It's like it's someone throwing you a life raft.
It
because,
is.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, maybe now they'll be interested.
Anything like that was like, we would just, use it to like, I literally, like, whether it was like a good festival booking or something like Letterman, I'd be like, okay, this gives me a few more months. Even with the band at the time, these people were like, you know, their friends were graduating college and getting real jobs. Like I was hanging on to everyone.
Wow.
It was stressful. It was a very stressful time because I just wanted to keep it together and I felt like we couldn't let the dream die.
Yeah, I always am amazed of how many people I meet who go, man, you're so lucky, man. You went into radio and it's so... I go, you weren't with me for fucking 15 years when I was making, you know, no money. And everyone thought I was an asshole for being in radio. Like, you can't describe those years. You know, now everyone looks at you. You've made it. You're a successful producer. You've got a successful band. You got it all, but...
No, I lived at home with my parents in New Jersey until I was 27. Are you kidding me?
I was fascinated by this. So people think you're having this charmed life and everything. You're living at home till you're 27, but then I guess when We Are Young comes out, when you're in your band Fun, and that changed everything, right? That was the game changer in your life.
That was, so I thought radio, mainstream success, awards, I thought that shit had long passing by. Right. I had moved into a phase of my life of like, can I get 200 people to come to the show? Can I get 400? If I can get 600, maybe I can move out. If I can start to sell out places like the House of Blues, maybe I could one day think about having a family. I was in a real methodical place like that. That shit happened, and I was like, I had no idea that was still possible.
Were the guys in Fun starting to like say, hey, this isn't fun? Like, are they starting to say, you know what, maybe we got to go get real jobs? Like, was it that kind of situation?
That band actually happened because the three of us had other bands, and we kind of recognized in each other, like, oh, we're more serious about this. We're lifers. We should get together. But that was also stressful because I had always written my own songs and had my own band, and then I start this band with my two friends, literally for fun. And it's not really, you know, I'm not writing the lyrics, which is my main thing. And then the thing just blows up.
Right.
And it was a whole different kind of stress of like, I don't want to sing We Are Young forever.
Yeah, I got to ask you about that. Let me play this. Everyone, suddenly someone wants your autograph. You can't even believe it. You know, it's just so mind-blowing. It's such a great story. You have the #1 album in the country and you're living at home with your parents. It's perfect. That sums up the music business. It really does.
It really does. And then you find out how hard it is to turn that kind of success into actual money that you take home, not just, you know, running on empty and you're in Japan, then you're in Germany and you come home and you have $9. You know, the whole thing is weird.
Do you freak out in the sense that, like, yeah, hey, wait a second, I got to monetize this quickly, book the band anywhere we can, and like, let's go on tour? Or are you like, oh shit, let's get back in the studio, make more songs? Or I mean, your mind's got to be like on fire.
Well, I was in a different spot because I was feeling this crazy guilt because I was like, all these dreams are coming true, but not the way I wanted them to. So that's when Bleachers started, because I wrote I Want to Get Better in a hotel room in Malaysia on tour with Fun, because I was up all night being like, this is great, but my focus my whole life has been my music.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is what I don't understand in your story. So Fun has this huge hit. You know, I think it won number one, won Grammys for Best New Artist, Song of the Year, right?
Which is typically a curse, Best New Artist.
I know. I was going to say, I remember like Steelers Wheel won that award, and it was like the end of them.
I remember we won that. We were at an after party, and we left, and someone shouted like a paparazzi guy, like, Best New Artist is a curse.
Yeah,
and
it was supposed to be
like curse.
Yeah,
curse. You know, then the band ends a couple months later.
But here's the thing: like the Rolling Stones, when they wrote Satisfaction, they didn't say, fuck the band, let's break up the band because we don't want to sing Satisfaction when we're 35 years old. They said, let's go write more songs and make more hits, which they did. You're in the band Fun, you have this huge hit, and you say, and I think this is the craziness of you, and this is your self-confidence. You go, let's break up the band because I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing this song, or I don't want to be playing this song when I'm 35 years old.
It's not that bold. It was more in my actions. You know, sometimes your body does what you're too afraid to admit. So what I started doing is, the first thing I did was I ran out and started making all these arrangements for my music, which at the time, you know, it's like when you're in a bad relationship, you see all the ways in which you're leaving, but at the time you can't admit it to yourself. So it's, I didn't go, hey guys, fuck this, we're done. I just started planting all these other seeds because it was giving me a lot of anxiety to not have it on my terms.
But there had to be a time where you went to the band and said, listen, no more touring, no more Fun.
It kind of fell apart. It kind of, the way, you know how like you will a breakup? I look back and there were so many things that I did where I was sort of, you know, just willing the whole thing to, I wasn't, you know, it happened and it was amazing. And then I just...
And the other guys weren't pissed? That like, hey, dude, we could finally make some money here and we could get out of our parents' house.
I think everyone was burned on it because for different reasons, not everyone wanted to be there.
Wow. That's so... It was odd. I don't... Like my father would have yelled at you and gone, you've got something good? What's wrong with you?
No, fuck that, Howard. Come on. There have been moments, I'm sure, where you got an offer and you just knew it wasn't right. You know, like
that's true.
Come on, you're the poster fucking child of staying your course. It's actually amazing because I don't think of myself as like that tough, but I look back, and I've been doing it a lot recently for some reason. But I look back on my origin story, and it's like, no, I didn't take any of the bullshit. You know, I stayed on this course of.
No, you did. I absolutely.
But I didn't feel like
that.
it. I didn't feel it at the time. At the time, I was terrified and freaked out. But it's pretty cool how you set shit in motion, whether you're willing to admit it or not.
That's right. No, you're right. You're right. No, now that you put it that way, you're right.
Come on. How many times did you get some crazy offer to do something and you're like, fuck no?
A million times. I was completely focused and knew what I needed to do.
Same.
Right.
I've never said yes to something that I didn't love. Ever.
Yeah. For some reason, I knew nothing in life except I understood radio. That's all I understood.
I felt the same about music. Yeah. I knew nothing except I knew what I thought was shit and I knew what I thought was great, and that was it.
Wait, so not only are you like a guy in a band who writes, and by the way, with that big hit song, We Are Young, so you wrote the music and somebody else wrote the lyrics? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, we worked on the music together, and then the singer wrote the lyrics. But also at that time, I'm really starting to like. So there's other part of my life where I like my whole life I would help my friends with their records too, which I didn't realize was called producing. I just thought it was fun. But another thing about that song coming out is all of a sudden I'm allowed in certain rooms, which I wasn't before. It's kind of like that SAG shit. It's like you can't be in a thing without a SAG card, but you can't get a SAG card without being in the thing. Music was like that. It's like I love the way my shit sounds, but no one wants to work with me because I have no credits. They're like, well, what have you done? I was like, well, I did my friend's record and it's great. They don't give a shit.
The first time you ever thought in life that I want to be maybe a producer, you were lit.
But every fucking element of that recording, on an analytical point of view, I could break down why it's so good. The compression, the sound, the panning, blah, blah. But more than anything, what the fuck were they thinking and how did they end up with this? There's nothing like it. There never has, there never will be.
It would be fun to sit with you and listen to records and hear you break them down like that. Like I just thoroughly, like I now will never listen to that song the same way, you know, because you hear it. And so that's when you see, I've never had a real good explanation of what the producer does. But the producer is the guy who collaborates with these artists and says, maybe a tambourine here. Maybe,
production
maybe I do
above all is ideas. Above all is ideas. And that gets lost a lot of times because it's blurred into a lot of engineering in modern day. But above all, it's the ability to say, like an outfit, this is my song, here's my soul. Does it wear a leather jacket? Is it in like a giant sweatshirt? What the hell does the sweatshirt get ripped off halfway through? And under it is, you see all my tattoos or whatever? George Martin was the best at that. He would say, what if the orchestra comes in here? What if they're on the left? What if we sample some weird movie stuff on the right? John, go scream over here.
Yeah, it's, but I tell you, you're right. Your song comes out, you know, We Are Young. Suddenly, you can get into rooms and now people will take you seriously as a producer. And that had to be a real turn on for you.
Well,
Not only did you...
Actually, first it was songwriter. So We Are Young, since I didn't produce We Are Young, I got in the room and then I started to write songs with people and actually like had a few hit records that I co-wrote. And then this thing happened where I'd do a song with someone and they'd be like, oh, but you know, now we got to take it to a big name producer. And I would be like, I remember calling my manager and be like, it's perfect. And he'd be like, I know, man, it's just, you know, it is what it is.
Right. Wow.
There's always a barrier.
Well, so I'm kind of fascinated by this now with your producer's hat on. So you're in a room somewhere, I don't know, like you say, you get in the room and you meet Taylor Swift, for example.
Well, she's the one that kicked in that door.
Right. She recognized you. She was smart enough to say, hey, this guy's got something going on. And supposedly you're in a room with Taylor Swift and the two of you start talking about the song Only You. Is that correct? Is this tell me if I have it right.
We met in Germany. Start listening. I was working on the first Bleachers album, Strange Desire at the time, sending her kind of what I was on. I had this vision, you know, so we were about to work together for the first time, which was going to become her 1989 album. And so we both had this shared thing that we had separately felt and then came together talking about this period of time in the 80s, this big sad moment, these songs that were big and sad. And so, you know, just start talking about music. And then I think, you know, just sending her stuff I was working on. And then I sent her a track I had made. And then quite quickly, as she can do, in like 5 minutes, it felt like, sends back lyrics and melody on top of that track.
Whoa. And that's how it works. But you don't get selfish and say, hey, why should I give her this song? This is my song. I mean,
no,
you know,
I made it for her. There's total separation with me. I'm never working on something and thinking like, where does this go? It's always super intentional. But
if an artist hires you as a producer or you decide to produce an artist, you will share all of your good ideas. That's the vow. In other words, I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to do everything I can to make this thing great.
Yeah. Well, everyone's so different that it's not hard. It's like I don't sit at home, write a song and like, you know, like massage my chin and think about where it could go. It doesn't work like that. It's like if I write a song, it's my song. When I'm with someone, we're working on their stuff. It's very separated in its own natural way. There's no real crossover.
You produced the song "A Cruel Summer." The song becomes a #1 hit. When you guys might even get in a room and you do this thing called rant bridges, meaning you sit down with an artist and you say to them, "Tell me what's really bothering you," or scream it out or whatever, something like that. And she'll go, I hate this fucking weather or whatever it is. and then you guys like yell about this shit and you start to create a song. Is that the process?
Sometimes. I mean, the concept of the rant bridge, which is like a very her and I thing, is you spend a whole song, verse and chorus, you know, being super poetic and dancing around something and giving details and holding some back and, you know, creating a lot of mystery. And then you get to this bridge and you just crash the fuck out. And you just, and you know, at that point you've earned it. So it's almost like you can be so free. And it's something that, I don't know, it's something that I feel like is just kind of one of our very special things that happens when we're in a room together. We kind of egg each other on.
Don't take this the wrong way, but do you fall in love with the person? And I don't mean like necessarily, physical love. I'm just saying you got to really love that artist to produce them, right? There's no separateness.
The friendship is very deep. You live an amazing artistic life together in that room, and then it lives on. It's extremely powerful, and
but do you sometimes not want to let go? Like when it's almost like working on a movie. I know.
No, I have the opposite. I think.
What do you mean?
As soon as it's funny for me to say this because I've done multiple records with people, but I never think. I always, when something's done, I'm always like, that's it. We had this moment, and I love you, and we'll be friends forever. But that's it. And then when it comes back around, I'm utterly shocked. And then when it happens, I go, okay, cool. Well, one more for some reason, but that's it. I'm always thinking that's it.
I thought maybe you get so entwined emotionally that like you're like, you know what? Why are we like? Maybe we should go on tour together, or maybe we should like kind of like what Phineas does with Billie Eilish, or you know what I mean?
They're siblings, so that's a whole. But for me, I feel the exact opposite, which is I think it's really healthy to have different collaborators and experiment and do different things. You always need to see yourself in a different mirror, feel that shock, and I need it when I'm making records with Bleachers. I bring different people in. So whenever I produce or write with someone, like almost maybe to a fault, I'm just sort of like, well, that was that.
You don't ever get like, Taylor, I think you did 2 or 3 albums with Taylor. Well, you did 2 albums,
I did more.
Right?
No, we did 99, Reputation, Folklore, Lover, Midnight's 5 or 6. No,
wow.
Yeah, we did a ton of work together.
I didn't realize, but do you ever get like, on her last album, you weren't producing her. Do you ever get like, what the fuck happened? What do you mean?
No, it's the opposite. I feel like, it's really weird. It sounds kind of corny. I like only feel grateful for the work that's happened. And maybe it's because I write my own songs and sing them that I understand that need to have different collaborators and jump around. Like I don't think it's normal to have the same collaborators over and over. And when I've had it with people, I think it's a weird miracle.
Is there someone in your fantasy that you would love to produce? And I don't know, maybe it's an established sort of like, classic artist, or is there someone you badly want to produce? Like if I said to you, Billy Joel or Bruce Springsteen, or somebody new.
Well, Bruce is a funny one because he's like a dear friend, and we've, he sang in a Bleacher song, and we hang all the time.
Yeah, I should play that a little bit. This is you and Bruce. I guess I want to know how this came about. Actually,
it's a good story, but I don't know.
Here, hold on. I'm going to find it. Where is your collaboration with Bruce? Hold on. There's a whole bunch of things I've got. I could interview you for a month, but here, this is a part of.
Kidding.
Yeah, we did 10 hits of acid together.
Yeah, he was there when I did all that acid. No,
yeah,
I met him. The real time I got to spend real time with him is I went to see his Broadway show. So maybe this is 2000, it's pre-pandemic, right?
How great was that fucking show?
It was such a gift. It felt like a gift because you're just sitting there and you're being like, he doesn't need to do this every night for 8 months. Like it was a real, man, if anyone ever wanted to question his intention, it's like, Jesus, the guy is up there spilling his life story. I was weeping about his dad.
That's exactly how I felt. I'm
every night?
He doesn't need to be doing this 8 nights a week. 8 shows a week. He doesn't need to be doing it. The guy really loves just performing.
He does. You can't punch any holes in him. I've noticed this about a lot of people. Anyone who is great is exactly as advertised. Like, it's not a joke. It's almost like they're doing an impression because they're truly them. Bruce, he's like, I saw my name on the list, I guess, told me to come backstage. I'm like, okay, I go backstage. We hang a little bit. Him and Patty, Patty's the greatest person ever and a brilliant
In other words,
artist.
you didn't know Patty and Bruce, but you were on some list to get a ticket, and then he said, hey, why don't you come back?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just...
Were you like pinching yourself? Like,
yeah, I was like, wow,
you're
cool.
from Jersey. I mean, it's a big deal.
Well, yeah, he's always been an incredible source of inspiration in terms of, hey, where we're from has value. Hey,
are you blown away by Nebraska because it's so not produced?
blown away. I'm blown away by everything he's ever done and the choices he's made until this day. I love his most recent albums. I think Western Stars is some of his best work. I don't think he can fail because he is so guided by his inner voice.
So when you meet him, are you like tongue-tied, or can you carry on with these guys and like?
Well, you know him. I mean, he makes it pretty easy on you. You know,
he does.
He's very generous. So we get talking and hanging with him and Patty. They invite me to hang in Jersey and go hang out. And since then, they've both been really.
When you hang out in Jersey, you got to explain this to me, Jack, because I don't know how to hang out. Like if Bruce invited me to his house. Like, what do you mean you hang out? Well, I guess
same
you
thing we're
guys
doing
talk
now.
about.
You just chat. You know, like
Wait a second. Do you talk about music?
Yeah, talk about music, talk about anything. I mean, honestly, with him and Patty, there's very few people who I know. Sometimes in my head, you know, because my life is so much about my art and then maintaining some semblance of a personal life. And there's very few people who have it all, right? There's a lot of people who I think, man, what a career you have. And then I read a little bit about their life and I think, okay, it seems like that part really suffered. There's a lot of people, I got friends with the most beautiful personal life and families, but I look at their work and think, oh, that thing suffered. Bruce and Patty, man, they have the best kids. They have the best home life. So a lot of times when I'm there and brilliant artists, nothing suffers. I'm just interested in talking about life, like talking about marriage, talking about friendship, talking about leading a band, talking about fucking having a home, being normal. I mean, so many pearls of wisdom from the two of them about how to do this work and not have it turn you into a complicated monster. Because that's really what I want to know. How do I keep doing this? Do you think,
are you somewhere in the back of your mind going, oh, maybe Bruce will ask me to produce a song for him or something, or maybe he'll want to collaborate with something?
No, I don't think, it's kind of the way I feel like we were talking about before. Like, I love so much what he's doing and the crew he has. Like, I don't.
Right.
So
you don't belong.
Well, this ties into your question before, which I'll give you a really annoying answer, but it's the truthful answer, right?
Yeah.
I don't have anyone I want to produce because that thing, those bells go off in my head and heart when I meet someone and I see where they're going. So, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I love Tom Waits more than anything, but I don't know Tom Waits, and all I know is his past work. And what I know is that wherever he's at right now is light years ahead of what I know about him. So I don't have that dream until, when I'm actually with someone, like I develop, and I'm talking to them, it's almost like we see something way in the distance. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, I want to produce this person because I don't know him. I know it's an annoying answer, but it's truly how I feel.
It's not annoying at all. I think you would agree. In fact, this song that Bruce did, I used to play this on the radio all the time when I was a free-form progressive rock DJ, and I always thought I was so cool because a lot of people don't recognize this song, unless you're...
That, to me, is a feeling I always want to capture.
It builds.
It never stops.
Why did this song inspire...
And everyone was smoking pot, and you're like, this is crazy, man. There's pot everywhere. No, this is the world, but like it was so...
I know. Oh, it was so subversive.
So yeah, it was
so great because you could go and smoke pot at Madison Square Garden or Nassau Coliseum.
The place was hotboxed. You'd go to an arena show, the whole place was hotboxed.
It was crazy. And you thought you were just like part of like something so wrong and so illegal, but it was wonderful.
Oh, it was so... And I mean, to be like 11 years old, going to see like the Smashing Pumpkins or Green Day, and in like a arena that was hotboxed with other people a few years older than you, was the coolest.
It is so cool. That's why I play. Oh, by the way, I played Collective Soul when you came in.
First band I ever saw.
Yeah, that was your first concert, right?
Well, my parents took me to see Aerosmith at Jones Beach, and Collective Soul opened. And
great band, right?
Great. And it was the first time I saw a band in a real venue, not like at a school thing, play on stage.
Right.
And it was a pretty formative night.
So good. Well, listen, listen, Jack's not here for his health. He's here because Bleachers has a new album.
I'm kind of here for my health.
No, not really. Bleachers has a new album. Yeah, I mean, I could talk to you for another 10 hours, but I know we're going to perform today, and everyone wants to hear
what happens?
Song.
Do you have all the time you want, or do you have a slot?
You know what? I generally just finish when it feels right.
Because you have your own channel?
I mean?
Is that the deal?
Yeah. I've got 2 channels, but at some point I'll probably have to cut it back to 1 because I'm getting old and
Are you?
How many? Oh,
you don't look very different than you ever did.
Yeah, but I feel it.
Do you?
Yeah. Like,
You don't-
like
you don't seem
Metamucil
to.
kicks in. Oh, no, man. I'm a mess.
Like, do you? But yeah, but you're like, if you closed your eyes and listened to yourself, is there any difference? You
No.
just seem to exist on
I
a
think
different
I'm
plane.
better now, actually. I've never been like.
Why?
I feel like I think I understand radio better than I ever have, and I understand me better than I ever
If you
have.
had
And
to
that's-
tell, if you had to tell an idiot what that is, what is it? Like what if you?
Well,
had
first
to
of all, it
distill
had
that?
to do with therapy. It had to do with sort of self-discovery. And also, it's the amount of years I put in on the radio. I'm so relaxed now. I'm always wanting to do great and be funny, and be on my game. But I'm so relaxed. It's as if there's no microphone. You know what I mean? It's like a different zone I'm in.
Can I ask you a question that I wonder about you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about like the explosion of podcasting? Like, do you feel is it
hate
interesting
it.
for you? Like,
No,
do you
I hate
feel? Does anyone ever like? What's it like? Because what you do is now a thing that a lot of people do in
Yeah,
a different way. But
I hate it because like I could be sitting here talking to you, and then you go talk to some other asshole in his living room or or in his garage, and to me it's like radio was so special. I was the guy who was the keeper of the gate.
Mm.
You had to come to me if you wanted to reach a mass audience of 25 million people or something. People riding in their cars.
yeah,
It
but
was
you know
there
what
was
you
electricity to it.
You know what you have now, which is the new version of that, is people who have an actual group of people who give a fuck listening. So a lot
That's
of
the
a
beauty
lot
of it.
So that's the new form of it because I feel like everything's changed and everything's the fucking same. So
right
now, sure, you could go on this thing and it'll blast out and blah blah blah. A million people see it. Who gives a fuck? Talking to people who actually give a fuck is
That's
so rare.
what I like about it. Like, I love going on YouTube and hearing a guy interviewed who plays guitar. Like, no one else is going to sit there and necessarily get into the weeds about, so that aspect of it is cool. Look, there's good and there's bad to it.
I think it's all
But,
coming back around. I think we're at the end of something. I think the whole thing's breaking and we're back. I always think food is like the canary. It's like everyone wants to eat from the ground again. Everyone wants to hang out again. This weird version of modernity has been a fucking scam. And we're just moving back to a higher barrier of entry for things.
You know what I was going to ask you before you perform with the guys?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you ever think it's weird how much of yourself you reveal, not only in your music, but even in your videos? Like your wife, famous actress, I saw her in the Demi Moore movie.
How great is that movie?
I love that movie, The Substance.
It's so brilliant. It was we lived in Paris when she made that, and she worked so fucking hard. It was crazy. I mean, when she's
Did
that
you-
monster, she's like,
oh
in
my
that
God.
thing. She's in that.
It's the best horror movie ever.
I think it's the greatest movie. I remember, when she's working on stuff, she's so in the weeds, but I would go and look around and I'd be like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they obviously were like, this is crazy. But it was fun, man. We lived in Paris and I made music there for like 5 months.
Oh, so she was filming in Paris, so you said, hey, I can work from anywhere.
Oh, I can go. Wherever she is, I can go and make music. I can make a studio anywhere.
You don't have kids, do you?
No.
No. So do you worry about, like, could you really be an active producer or musician if you had kids and stuff? Would that fuck up your life? Because you do, you tour and everything else. Do you really have time and room for kids?
This is a great thing to talk to someone like Springsteen about. How the fuck do you do it? How do you, and he has brilliant wisdom on that about like, hey, life is life. You figure things out. Everyone's life is hard and I think about having kids and I'm like, I want them to have a free life outside of their parents, not be under the weight of anything. Because it's weird to be a public person, Yeah,
can you imagine being your kid and then wanting to go into music, or being you're married to Margaret, who is a terrific actress? What I was referring to is you put her in a lot of your videos where she's dancing and stuff, and I'm like, man, she looks great, and she's the perfect muse to have in a video. But then, like, you're exposing a part of your life. It's so revealing. Do you debate that kind of stuff? Do you ever just want to keep it all private?
We keep most of it private, but our idea with the videos is for every album I make, we'll make one video together, which will telegraph, because I write a lot about, not about love in like the, I'm in love way, but how much is at stake when you have something to lose. The first song I put out off this one is called You and Forever, and it's basically how I see her as like a godly figure. She's the center of all happiness and warmth and joy, and then I have to get to that without getting the shit kicked out of me. So love is an interesting thing to write about, because often what you end up writing about is how to protect it. So we liked the idea of every album we'll do one video together that can telegraph how we feel about ourselves and the world at any given moment. But yeah, it's extremely complicated. I'm in this deep conversation with my audience. I want to let them in on everything. And then there's everyone fucking else who I don't want them to know anything.
Do you think you had to be married or in love with someone who is an artist, like someone who's an actress or a musician or someone like that, or a dancer, because you couldn't relate really to someone who wasn't part of the arts?
I don't know, but all I know is when I met her, I started imagining things that I'd never even imagined, like marriage. I always thought I'd be one of those people who was just like, well, I tour and I do my best, and I'll just never get married, and that's for the people who don't have such a complicated life. I met her, and then I stopped fucking thinking about all that bullshit. I realized that's
fantastic.
That was all just weird. But you have that, don't you, Howard?
Absolutely. I'm very much in love. But I mean, were you shocked? Like, how soon in your relationship did you know, like, oh my God, I'm not the guy who's, you knew immediately you were going to marry her?
Second we met.
Where'd you meet?
Actually on the roof of the studio I work at. She knew the guy who has the studio, and there was a party, and it was during COVID, and I saw her. Lana wrote a great song about it called Margaret, and I just, it was like like a fucking Hallmark movie that it doesn't seem believable.
That is romantic. Did she feel the same way, or did you have to really pursue her?
She claims to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We both I had a vision of her in my head my whole life, and she says the same thing. To me, it's like, yeah, of course I had this vision of like the most beautiful person ever. I'm like, so you saw a Jew itching, like fixing his glasses. That's what you saw? And she's like, but you know how I know it's true? Because her crush since she was a kid was Adam Sandler.
Ah.
And I'm not far.
You got a Sandler vibe.
Yeah, like there's a similar, I think Sandler's beautiful, so I'm not trying to degrade him in any way. I think that's a beautiful, but that to me clarifies that this is real, because if you think Adam Sandler is number one sex symbol, then I could be a guy for you.
And when you meet like that, you almost can't trust it, right? Because you're going, how could this be?
It's terrifying. I wrote so much, and I didn't write, yay, I'm in love. I wrote, what the fuck is happening? I mean, there is nothing more powerful, especially, all the conversation about loss and my sister early on. When you go through something like that, there is a part of you that's like, never again. And so you do close a lot of doors, because you're like, I'm not doing that again. Never fucking again. I'm going to control everything.
Because the pain of losing your sister, you just don't want to experience it. You don't want to experience anything like that again. It was too awful.
Too awful. So you develop, whether it's OCD tics or you close yourself off to new relationships. And then I met Margaret, and it was too powerful. And now I'm left with a different kind of reckoning of how to. I wrote about it in the album. When you want what you get, when you get what you want. It's
what is the terror? Is the terror? I could lose this love, this great love of mine. Like I don't want to be in the world without her.
Yeah, I don't want to exist without her. Period. Having anything worth losing is the point of life, and also brings into question mortality and the existence of people and why we're here. It's the best and terrifying. I mean, is that not Beth?
Yes, but how does Jack Antonoff propose
in Paris? In Paris, when we were making that, when she was working on that movie, I did it. The sweet part. So I bought a ring, and then man, that shit was like burning in my hand. Like I was like, I figured I'd buy the ring and then do it at some point. The second I bought it, I was like, I'm doing this shit. But
I'm the same way. I did the same dumb fucking thing. Like I had it all planned out, and I went, I got this ring. I
got to do it. Yeah, I was losing my mind. Well, you know what? And this is sweet. I felt like I was lying. I didn't want to have like a secret from her. I really didn't. I didn't want to be so. But I wanted to do the old fashioned thing. So I remember like she was working on that movie. We were so tired. We're living in Paris. We like ordered chicken. And I remember the chicken, because chicken is so chicken, it's not like, we weren't having some big exciting meal. We're having chicken for the clean protein it can provide. Like it was such a fucking not special night. And I ran into another room, and I remember I FaceTimed her sister, and I was just like, I hadn't told anyone. I was like, I want to ask Margaret to marry me. Is that okay? And she was like, yeah. And it was because I just wanted to do some old fashioned version. And then I came back, and I could tell that I looked crazy because she looked at me like something was wrong. And I think it's because I had begun to sweat, I think.
Yeah.
And all I do is joke. So when I become serious, I think it's a bit arresting. Like all I do is just talk shit and do bits all day long. It's exhausting. And I approached her and I started to get down, and I think she knew what happened. And at that moment, she kicked back her chair, and there was this big scene, and we have a beautiful picture frame in our house just of the chicken and the chairs all over the place. Because we kind of both like fell to the floor. I cut myself, and I did it, and I haven't talked about it. Yeah, it's the first time I really described it, because anytime someone asks, I was just like, yeah. But it was so beautiful.
Did you have a speech? Did you have a speech prepared?
I had a lot of things I wanted to say, and I got through none of them.
Right. Yeah, I fucking blew it too.
What'd you say? Beth.
I was so stupid about it.
I love the cats and I love you.
No, not even. I was so stupid about it. I said, let's get naked.
What?
Now, if you've never seen me naked, but man, you don't want to.
I can imagine.
Why would I be? I don't know. I got naked.
You describe it so much that you've given the world such a cartoon in their head.
Oh, it's horrendous. But I mean, it was like, I don't know why. That would be that would lead a woman to say no if you saw me naked.
But Beth had seen you naked, right?
Sort of. I have a pretty good trick.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. So you say to Beth, "Let's get naked," and this is at like 4.
Yeah, it was
what is
stupid.
This?
Yeah, it was like of course it was 4 because to me that's like midnight, and it was like, and I just had the ring, and I just started saying I love you, and I fumbled around, and I put the ring on her, and then we were like, well, why are we naked? And it was just, it wasn't good. It wasn't the way I wanted it.
Fascinating. Have you discussed this, and has your analyst come up with anything?
No, I'm not going to tell him stuff like this. Are you crazy? I have to make up other stories.
But you've been married twice, right?
Yes.
So your first one, was it like it was in the movie? Because that seemed very casual.
Yes, I don't even remember
because I remember that was you were like we should. It was like very Jewish. You were like
yeah, let's what why not? I don't even remember. I just don't even remember what that might have been. I don't even. I don't know. But it was lame when I did it.
Did Beth know right away that it was a proposal?
Yeah, she knew.
As soon as you said, "Let's get naked."
But we had been together. Yeah, no. I think once I don't know. It was Jack. It's a horrible topic. It really is.
It is, but it's beautiful. Like you leave your body. I think if you do that shit too suave, you're too aware of yourself. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like someone whose like body is too good. I'm like, well, that's what you're spending your time on. There's something about it. Like having gone through it, I wouldn't change a thing. And my lasting feeling is like if you nail that in a way that isn't like bumbling and weird, then you didn't live it. Because I was on another planet.
Are you a jealous kind of guy? Like when she's making like when she's making a movie, and there are dudes making out with her and stuff. Well, I can't deal with it. Like
it's more a hypochondriacal issue. But honestly, with no disrespect to anyone, there's no group of people that are less intimidating than the male actor group. I mean, they're a very funny breed. You know what I mean? Like they do a pretty amazing job of like they're very strange. And some of them are wonderful and sweet, but a lot of them I mean, Margaret's just like so fucking tough and the best, and then you have I could do a whole 2 hours on some of these guys.
Yeah, you see that I say that to my wife. I said, well, why didn't you date some of these male models that you work with or actors? And she says, you've never been around these guys. So she goes, you would there's no way I would date them. You know what I mean? So
I always thought it was annoying as fuck. You can probably agree on this, but what I've come to realize is my ability to just talk about how I'm feeling seems to be some kind of superpower that she enjoys.
Right.
Which is nice. There's nothing, I've never been with someone where I've thought to myself, I can just literally just say anything and I feel love.
How long did you wait before you proposed? How many months had you been going on?
It was over a year, but
over
I think about a year and a half we were together, which is quick. But I could have done it that first night. It was like how I feel about like a song or an album. Like I'm not it's why I always had such a hard time in relationships, because I know what it's like to say that song's done, it's perfect, bye. This album's done, it's perfect, bye. I don't care what anyone thinks. And then I always had this big negotiation in my head about my personal life. back and forth. And I met her, and I was like, nope, done, nothing else.
So what happens when you're now touring with Bleachers and you got the new album to support and everything? Do you feel weird about leaving? I mean,
we kind of move as a family everywhere. You know, she goes and makes a movie, I go. She comes on tour. We do our best to make the schedule work as one. It gets easier, you know, in terms of like, that's one really nice thing about having some success and people coming to the shows is I feel like I can play when I want, where I want more.
Right.
But I love touring, and I don't want to not show up in everyone's town. I'm not going to like plant myself somewhere.
Must have been a cool wedding. Taylor Swift made a 15-minute speech. Did you know that?
I was there.
You were there.
You know what I liked about that wedding? And I wrote about it on the album. There were all these people outside, but then what happened inside, it was so private. It was actually like a very hopeful experience of like the power of choosing who comes into a space.
Who were the people on the outside?
You know,
just like fans?
No, I wouldn't call them fans. I would call them like, you know, there's sort of like onlooker
The townies.
vibes. Is that Robin?
I live on that. Yes.
Robin, have you been here the
there.
whole time?
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to everything.
Oh, yeah,
and
Robin.
It was chaos.
Did you hear about it on the island?
Island.
Yeah,
Yes.
God forbid I get married on the island I was born and raised on. God forbid.
Who gets recognized more, you or your wife?
It's equal. We have different
equal?
people like us for different reasons, you know, or together. But people are sweet, man. You know, not irony. What's funny about nowadays is like there's like the world as it exists, and then like the internet world. And out in the world, everyone's just wonderful. I love this song. I love this movie. People are just sweet.
I don't know, man. I thank God when I go to dinner and stuff, I will only go to dinner with people I'm more famous than because I don't want to be around people who get too much attention.
Really?
No, I do. Like I go to dinner with people but I do track in my mind.
When was the last time you were at dinner with someone and someone said something to the person you were with and you were like, oh, fuck this? Like, does that happen? You go to dinner with like Robert De Niro?
Well, like when I went to Italy with Jimmy Kimmel and his wife, we traveled and once in a while more people would know him and I was like, this is not good.
What did it make you feel?
It made me feel like I was worthless.
Did it make you feel like you were just back there naked in front of Beth begging to be?
No, yeah, exactly. And so what I do is then someone comes up to me and says, hey, Howard. And I make sure my wife's looking. And I go, yes, what is that? You want an autograph? Sure, no problem. You know, and then my ego is restored. It's healthy. All right, listen, let's talk about you. Never mind me.
Wait, I can't believe Robin's here now.
Robin is
Robin,
Jeez,
you know I live on LBI.
Yes.
Did my wedding fuck up your life?
I wasn't moving around that day. I knew it was going to be chaos. And I was just amazed at how crazy it got because people were out of their minds. They didn't know what to do with themselves. You know, people I wouldn't have imagined doing those things were doing them, you know, and following you everywhere.
Well, yeah, so I said about the island, and mostly I meet nice people. Then every once in a while, someone be like, oh, like, I was outside when you're getting married, and I want to be like, get fucked. Like, I want to be like, cool, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
I want to say, what the hell are you doing with your life standing outside? What's going to happen? But it's crazy. Jack, Bleachers, the new album, Everyone for 10 Minutes. You know what I thought that title was? I thought it was, he's quoting Andy Warhol. Everyone's famous for like 15 minutes or something. But then I realized when it was explained to me that has to do with your phone.
Well,
and
metaphoric, I always look for the accidental poetry. And there's this, you know, I was airdropping myself a song from the studio. And so my phone didn't recognize the computer. So I go and I click Everyone for 10 Minutes. And I was like, how powerful that like my machine knows that it would be entirely dangerous for the world to be able to access me, but I don't. You know, right. I've been humming a lot. My wedding was a really powerful metaphor in that too. Like, who am I talking to? Who do I care about? And who is this for? Because it's not for fucking everyone, right? It's it's my band, my family, and my audience. And it doesn't matter if we're playing Madison Square Garden. My audience is my audience. I know them. I'm not fucking around with them. And I'm not going to try to telegraph to someone walking down the street. What was that?
What the hell was that?
Is that you, Evan? Was it? Was that at the harpsichord? Yes. It was beautiful.
That was a harpsichord? I thought that was a drum.
Over here, Ev, play. Show how. Yeah. We've incorporated the harpsichord. But it's probably, like, give us something a little bit more Amadeus. Beautiful. Isn't that a nice sound?
You know the song from the Addams Family when Lurch used to play on the harpsichord? We're creepy and we're kooky, mysterious and ooky. We're all together, kooky, the Addams Family. There it is.
There it is.
Something like that.
That's beautiful.
I love how you guys can just take an instrument and break into something like that's. I'm so envious.
You know what I
of
like
that.
when they do? So the two saxophone players have we like to like play Happy Birthday like in like fifths or ninths or things like that, like a horrible jazz version of Happy Birthday. Sometimes we'll do if it's someone's birthday, like just like a very disgusting muso version. So I like challenging the guys to do things like that.
What's that sound like? Let's hear that. Let's hear Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday and what would be really jazzy and gross? Like ninths? What do you think?
I think there's a mystery to just different. Ninths. Oh.
Yeah, give us Happy Birthday in ninths, like if someone had a horrible jazz child. Zem? Oh. Yeah, come on, we need two horns for that.
Yeah.
I want to understand this.
All right, give us jazz Happy Birthday. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Yeah, give it to us. B flat? Keep it going. This is what we do at Soundcheck when we hate the venue staff.
This is a challenge for you guys, right? It's not that easy. It's cool. You guys should. Would you ever score a movie? I bet you'd be really good at that.
I get asked about it sometimes, but then I like making songs for movies. Yeah, I would do it. I would have to be the right one. It's always I don't know. You know,
Trent Reznor does that.
He's
the time.
wonderful at it. Him and Atticus are my favorite. I think Social Network is the greatest modern score. Do you know that part, Mikey? Do you know it? I don't. But I love that score. I love that. Hey, that's Boston Howard.
Yes, the band is the band's pretty great. Your band, right? I mean, this group. This is a group of musicians that you feel at home with. These guys know, they get it.
No one's doing it like them because a band isn't a thing that just happens. You don't like throw on a fucking leather jacket and say you're in a band. It's like a 10 years, 10 million hours, 6-way relationship. And so we take a lot of pride in kind of the whole history we drag with us on stage.
You got Michael on drums.
Oh, we
Michael
call him Riddles. We call him
Riddles on drums. How long you been drumming? Your whole life? Like, did you start when you were 2?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10.
Can you play Wipeout? Pretty fucking awesome.
Howard's
You are
pleased.
good.
You like that?
You're very
You
good.
are good.
Yeah. Zem over there on sax and vocals. Zem, how you say your last name? Zem Audu?
Audu, perfect.
Audu. Yeah. Sax, man. That's right. You ever wish like, hey, maybe I should play guitar? It's like, it's easier to haul around. You don't have to...
Guitar was my first instrument, actually.
Oh, it is. So you play everything.
Well, to varying degrees.
We make fun of the sax players a lot. We call it, what do we call it? The weird sex whistle?
Bendy.
The bendy weird sex whistle. Like, it's hard not to.
And then you have Sean over on bass and vocals, right?
And drums.
Sean,
can you play
Hutchinson.
Wipeout, or is that out of your... Oh, he did faster. He played faster? Wow. Riddle, can you go faster than that? What if it... Yeah. Sean, can you beat that? We hit a limit.
Can you play that drum part in Kashmir?
Can you? Da-da-da. Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Then you got Evan Smith. We just heard from Evan on harpsichord. That's beautiful.
And sax.
And sax.
Another sax whistle.
And then Mikey Freedom Heart Mikey. Mikey Freedom Heart Mikey on piano and
Howard,
vocals.
yes.
Almost Mickey Hart.
Don't do this.
Almost Mickey Hart.
Mickey Hart from Jefferson Starship.
Great.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
There can only
you get
be
that
one.
a lot?
Nope.
What's your favorite
Never
thing to
heard.
warm up on? What those keyboards? What do you like to play? What do you give me a little something so people can see?
Well, he's from New Orleans, so
Right.
you're going to get
Georgia.
this. But that's in a New Orleans style.
What's the greatest piano riff ever written? Like, if you sit down at the piano, like, what is it?
Oh, okay. If you're from New Orleans, you have Big Thief. We do that all the time.
Oh,
That's
I
why
love that. Man, it must be, Jack, you must love just being surrounded by musicians who are great and can do anything that you want, right? This is
it's
Nirvana.
like a big safety net under me. I can do whatever the hell I want because
Yeah,
they're holding me up.
And Mikey, your piano teacher must have loved you, right? I mean, you were probably the teacher's pet.
No, because
that
you were
went
probably
back
like
and
on
forth.
drugs. You were probably
I thought I was trying to find a leather jacket. I played it, and then I found guitar, and I was like, okay, we can separate.
Howard in New Orleans doesn't work for me. I can't imagine Howard.
When
walking
are
down
we
the street in
going?
New Orleans. It's so.
I've been to New Orleans. I bought a bunch of beads and I threw them at women and they took their tops off. It was a great time.
I do that anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, you do that in
at
Jersey. So boys, what are we going to do today? We got to do something from the new album. You want to talk about this a little bit? Want to explain what we're going to do?
It actually it's perfect with our conversation. That idea of who your people are and who you want to be in communication with. I felt like restating my origin story in this album. So the first two songs on the album jumps to the present on the third song, but the first two songs are about being 15 and leaving and breaking that ancestral pact. So we're going to play a song called The Van, which is just a complete autobiographical one.
This is The Van you wrote, and this is about you. This is about your early days as a musician. And the way I understood it is you're leaving home for the first time, Jack, and you actually took the van that you were traveling in and tried to recreate your bedroom in the van.
Yeah, I've had a long history of taking actual artifacts from my life and childhood and presenting it literally on stage, putting the audience there.
Okay. This is called The Van. This is Bleachers, and these guys know what they're doing, so don't be nervous.
Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To a wise vision that should belong to no game. Stand just.
I love it.
Oh, but you learn it, and then we'll play it backstage, and you come out, you have some cool sunglasses on.
That one seems to be hard to learn, though. That seems like it's very
easier than you think because the
challenging.
main structure was a F, D flat, D minor. It's what is it?
F and D flat.
D minor.
Oh, D minor.
G minor, C, right?
F, D flat, D minor.
No,
Jeez, already I'm overwhelmed.
F, D minor.
Oh my God. F, D minor.
G minor, C is the main structure.
Let's do this.
Holy, this sounds like a lot of work.
Well, the F is a tough one.
Do you have
isn't
anything that's just like Hang On Sloopy or something?
No? Maybe we have.
You got an F? I got the F.
D minor.
D minor. Jesus, all the way up there?
Then G minor.
G minor. Why would you put a G minor in a song?
No.
Oh my God.
Take the middle finger off. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, G minor.
Yeah. And then C, right, Mikey?
See, I could play it here. I could play a C.
Howard, you're cooking.
I got a bunch of interesting C chords I could play. I could play this.
Beautiful.
No, I got a bunch. But maybe I'll jam with you guys. I'll see. I might be in town.
What is?
You don't mind if I sit down when I play and you guys are standing up with your guitars? I'm more
prefer
comfortable seated.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice. Do you play a lot of Sloopy? Is that your thing? Hang on, Sloopy.
Nah, I don't know. I write my own music.
What do you go to quickly? What's a song you go to right away?
Well, we could go to
Hey.
Up here somewhere.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. In there. Yeah. Beautiful. There you go.
I mean, I don't know. I got a bunch of songs I go to.
Beautiful.
You're not allowed to play that at a music store. You guys know Green Sleeves? I'm doing a wicked version of that.
Let's hear it. Yeah, that's what we want.
No. I would never play in front of you. But I have written a hit song, and I might let you produce it. I'm thinking about tapping you for that.
You have my number.
Yes, I'd be ashamed to call you about that. But anyway, listen, I want to say something. Bleachers, new album. First of all, we got to get the word out. There's a new album, everyone for 10 minutes. These guys know what they're doing. They've put together a great album. Now it's your job to listen to it, to buy it, to go see them in concert. Do we have a tour schedule? Are we on tour?
Yeah. We're
Where are you
on
going to
tour.
be? Maybe I'll come see you guys.
Where do we go? Where do you live? Is New York home?
Yeah.
We're at MSG in June.
In June?
Yes.
Maybe I'll drop by.
Howard, you could at least just sort of whisk across the stage. Just
maybe
to let
I'll
people...
hang backstage a little and hang with you guys and then warm up, see if we vibe, and then
You should really come. It's a crazy show. It's really everything we got every night, and the Garden's fun. It's like special in a very serious way for people like us from around here.
Well, a guy from New Jersey playing the Garden, you must pinch yourself a little bit and go, I can't believe I'm playing the Garden.
Bizarre.
Ugh, it's amazing.
Truly.
How many concerts have you seen at the Garden?
Endless. I've seen everything there, and it's there's very few arenas that have a vibe.
By the way, I kind of like your stage moves when you play guitar on stage and you're singing and stuff.
Yeah.
You've got like moves. You don't just stand there like Oasis. You know what I mean? Like
when the glasses come off, something happens.
Yeah. I like your moves.
Yeah. The rest of my life, the shoulders are high. Once I get on stage, everything kind of evens out for me.
Like, can you dance? Because
I can on stage.
Yeah, I see that.
When
I see you hopping around, and I'm like, hey, I didn't know Jack could do all that.
It's just I have always done it. It's like I don't know. It's probably like you when you sit there. Like I feel free.
Comes out of you. Yeah. No, it's a great show. Bleachers